Welcome back, everybody, to AEL University Elite Series. Going at you, it's Matty and Mendrix, and we're here with all the bells and whistles, all the tricks, because it's Rocket League, baby, and it's time to get serious and get down to business. And you know how we do it? We do it with our sponsors. A big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
That's right, and you can also power your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. When you need speed, control, and zero distractions, Officeworks has got the tech. Discover gaming gear made to handle serious play.
Oh yeah, every single day, and a big shout out to Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high quality flour and selected ingredients and spices, a plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. So huge shout out to all of our sponsors. We appreciate their support, and let's check out some of the teams you're here to support tonight.
Looking right there across the board there, obviously all the teams looking pretty UNSW raw right now on the top of the table in that sort of sense. They're looking pretty good in a position. QT close behind, Macquarie Onyx following afterwards, Latrobe University from there, and basically just a little bit of it falling down. But looking at across the board there in terms of their positions and overall scores and points there, things are really getting really close there towards those trailing at the bottom of the pack, but could easily turn around as the rest of the competition progresses.
Yeah, I'm curious exactly how things will fare as we take a look at a Division 2 now. We got UTS and UQ. Pretty close to the top there. Monash Victory as well, RMIT. All are pretty close in contention, I'd say. UNSW Howe going to be next up. Macquarie Scarlets, Winburn, and UONB to close that one out. So, gotta love it to see how the standings are going there in Division 2.
Yeah, looking very interesting across the board there. Things are a bit more closer in Division 1, I feel. But, I mean, to be honest, everyone can really bring a lot to the table there. And obviously, when things start to come together towards the end of it, those two divisions will start to clash at another point in time.
Yeah, they'll meet in the middle, so to speak, or meet at the end. But you know who's meeting first? We're bursting in with Macquarie Scarlet taking on a Swinburne here in our best of 5 brawl. It's time to go for the clash, but who's going to be part of this clash? Well, here's our rosters.
Yeah, looking at Macquarie Scarlet, it's going to be Austin, Dave, and Sliffy Drop. And they're going to be up against Swinburne University. They've got Jonk, Moldy Shoulder, and Ibby as well.
Would love to see everybody with their unique names as always there. You know, shout out to Moldy Shoe there. I think someone's gotten back from a fishing trip, perhaps. Maybe they got the moldy shoe, who knows. But we're moving on through into the game right now, and we almost have a goal slipping through the cracks immediately. Good defense from Dave, however, but moldy shoe almost looks to take advantage of that one and will be relegated to the corner for now. But I like this comeback. The pressure now being diverted by Macquarie.
Yeah, Jonk looking to slow things down, gets it past Austin. It's going to be Moldy that manages to push it towards the backboard. Ibby centers it back in as well. It's going to make it awkward, but Scarlet does a good job, or Macquarie Scarlet does a good job of keeping it out. No opportunity for Jonk, but it will be cleared away.
Cleared away, and here to stay. Moldy Shoe. Going to take it slow here, Jonk. Waiting around the outside now. Hit down on the bottom, trying to censor it. Austin is good to try and cut it back, though. I like the stoppage in the midfield. Does yield a result, but gives plenty of time to set up a defense as well. You can see Swinburne have a commitment there. Got both players at the ready, trying to swerve it in. Oh, what a stoppage right on the edge.
Yeah, Dave making it look easy, but that was definitely a very awkward position to try and make the save from, but they do manage to keep it out. Now that we've sort of passed that point, that 1 minute mark where the players really do shake everything off there, they're sort of getting a flow between what needs to be done. Looking at Swinburne now to set things up, it's going to come down to Moldy Shoe, but Dave will knock it away.
Put it away, and let's get ready for the next play. As they hold it back for a time. Whoa, big shot straight down the corner, and they will calm the storm. First on the board, they burst into action.
Yeah, Moldy Shoe just getting that last little touch there. Dave thought they were going to be able to get to the beat, but unable to make that one work. So That means it will slide in towards that top, or sorry, the bottom left-hand corner and get through. And I think a lot of it was also just not expecting the ball to have such a quick turnaround. You can see was a rotation from the defender there, but just a little bit too late. And I'm unable to keep that ball out of the goal.
Yeah, haven't been able to keep it out at the moment, but there still will be a time for it sooner or later here. We'll see how they skate ahead of it though. Shoe waiting patiently now. No boost, no problem. They're still going to burst forward with confidence.
Ball's going to drop down. Looks like he's going to knock it back. He's trying to get there. Ibi tries to get some tempo on the B, but unable to make it work. It's going to be put down, but Dave will get it cleared away. Austin now in control of the ball. Sends it towards Slippy, but Slippy unable to make the shot. Jonk gets there in time, and we got Swinburne back on the attack.
Back on the attack and ready to go for the stack up here. As Dave tries to shave it past, but not going to happen just yet now. Into a hold position here on the outside. Patiently for their time, their turn, but they may yet turn things around. Oh my goodness! What a save!
Nerves of steel, but it creates the opening. The attacks follow through afterwards with everyone a little bit out of position. You can see Austin tries to get back around in time as well. They open the door with the demos and they just make it too difficult, and they're able to finish off with the follow through afterwards.
Yeah, well executed pursuit there. That will allow them even a further promise. But speaking of promise, let's see how they go. Moving on to the next phase of the show here. So take it slow, take it easy for a second. But wait and see where it goes. John, good to pick it up there. Still has a bit more to try and conquer though. And will have to try and put a bit more hard work in. With no boost though, this is only the beginning of their problems.
Ibi tries to go in for a center once again. Swinburne definitely pushing their attack, pushing their goals, getting ahead of him. Corey Scarlett needs to obviously find something back in response, but as it stands, they're going to be very tough considering the attack and defense that Swinburne are putting out. Jonk's doing a good job of course, keeping it within the center here. Austin tries to bring it overhead, tries to swan over Jonk, unable to make that one work. Moldy Shoe now in control.
Yeah, gonna be in control and ready to try and stroll past it now. So waiting up patiently for a second, but close, not close enough. So we'll scrub up past. I love the aggression and the resulting factors here from Swinburne, right? They're just creating a lot of close calls there, and with those being put into the surface, they also are able to find some solid executions.
Jonk tries to set it down, but Austin will be there to pick it up. Maybe a possible counter-attack here from Corey Scarlett. Ibi gets the save. Slippy drop puts it back towards the center. Jonk gets there first now with a decent amount of boost, taking it across field. Gets the flip reset, tries to get it towards the corner, but it will be messed up by Macquarie Scarlett. Maybe an opportunity to still push the attack, but I feel Macquarie Scarlett has recovered. Dave now pushing forward here. Doesn't get the touch. Ball's going to go back towards the center.
Back into the center and ready to go now. 20 seconds and a dream. John, good hit. Trying to cut it around the outside now. Ibi keeps it on field. But it will yield a result of pushing back to the corner. Moldy Shoe. All they need to do is just hold it, drop it, and move on to the next game. But Macquarie, try as they might, fight's over. It's done. And game one will go to Swinburne there. So a great confident start, but this is only the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it right now, it's going to be very difficult for Macquarie Scarlett to mount some form of comeback here, because Swinburne just seem to be all over the shop in terms of in a good way. They're able to be first to the attack. They're not really missing those key touches that sort of sets up the plays. And every time they see a moment of weakness, they just strike at it immediately. So it's going to be tough here for some sort of comeback to be mounted here by Macquarie Scarlett, but they still have a few games to get there and make something work. And perhaps they can sort of settle into that second game and maybe get some goals in there.
Yeah, the first game, more often than not, just going to be that warm-up situation there, slowly but surely ease yourself through the motions before managing to push yourselves to the limit in the second game and everything there beyond. So, being curious to see how it all goes down this time around, as our teams are going to be preparing themselves for what's to come for sure. And I'm super duper keen to see exactly what they can do.
I mean, you're looking at the stats there as well. The points actually pretty even across all the teams, even though the score line represents a completely different story. And the big things that you're looking at there are the shots, right? Shots only account for 10 points when they do land. Saves obviously account for 50, so that sort of makes up for the reason for it. It seems to be Macquarie Scarlet on the defense the entire time. Swinburne the ones really pressing that attack, and Scarlet really need to find a way to turn that around, get some shots of them for themselves on the board, and perhaps put them away.
Yeah, they got to figure out a way to navigate that situation. Otherwise, they are going to be left behind here. But I'm sure, there'll be room for contention. I got a feeling maybe we see an early goal as well. Could even be a kickoff goal if we're super duper lucky. But we'll see how things go, Mr. Mendrix, as our teams hold things back. But speaking of holding back, we're going to hold you back from this series for just a little moment while we head to a break. We'll be back with the game very soon. welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series for Rocket League. It's Matty Mendrix coming at you with game number 2 of our first and best of 5 to the day. We are going to be diving into this one head first, and Mendrix, are you feeling thrilled about this one like me?
Oh, I am going off the chain right now, Matsy. And speaking of going off the chain, so is Dave immediately with a demo and Jonk with a double. What a quick goal. 6 seconds in, and we're already getting some action.
My word, a very fast one there. Incredible efforts coming out from Swinburne. Bursting in with 6 seconds, now moving to 7 off the kickoff. And let's see if they can get another quick one over the top there. They wait up patiently. Moldy Shoe going to be bypassed. So Macquarie Scarlet wanted to try and style this one. Already dialing it back. Got a hit around the corner. A little too off wide though.
This is what I want to see. Getting some shots in, getting something a bit close to that ball. Jonk, nice little flick overhead. Send it to Moldy Shoe that passes back to Jonk. And what a way to get it on through. A nice little flick overhead. Bump as well, just for a little bit of a good measure. That's really good passing play.
Yeah, great to see what they are able to achieve there. You know, they pass with such finesse, and they've already managed to move up to 2 goals to their favor. So, looks like they're coming into this one with an absolute bang and ready to pull out all of the stops and going forward. Let's see what else they can do, though. Take it slow, take it easy. Oh, Chong!
No.
Straight past him, locks it in for 3. This man is insane.
That is very good in that sort of sense there. It's nice little jump on through as well. We'll see what we can do on that sort of sense, like getting that little drop off the back end. I mean, this is what we were talking about before. Swinburne just seem to be on point when it comes to the attack, right? They're able to do these quick plays, get that in. They're so efficient with what they need to do, and Macquarie Scarlet just don't have an answer at the moment.
No answer, no response. It seems the number you've dialed is disconnected. We'll see if they can manage to find another entry point as they wait patiently.
To get a new provider.
Yeah, I reckon they do. Maybe they should call AGON by AOC.
Yeah. Are they in the telecom game, are they?
Oh, they can be in any game. All needs.
Speaking of which, if you got a shot there, it sums on through. They make it look too easy. Immediately just passing off the backboard, causing problems there. 2-player commit there. Macquarie Scarlet on the defense. Austin tries to get back. They would have probably just held the line, but it's so tough in those sort of positions. You feel the need to act and try to get to the ball, but opens things up, and Swinburne just continue to push further and further ahead.
I feel like you need your own telecom, Mendrix, you know? It'd be Mendrix.com.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, what would be my selling point? Like, everyone's got oh, you know, Dodo, what's up these days?
Supersonic speeds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like it, actually.
Yeah. Straight out of Rocket League, we got Supersonic on it, yeah.
SSL, right?
That's it. Supersonic Legends. Always was, always will be. Just the way it's got to be right now for our players too. Ibby looking to pull through around the outside. I like the stoppage though. They're taking control.
Good stop by Dave. Ibby just obviously trying to guide the ball in, but a little bit of a half-hearted attempt. Donk definitely get the stop onto that. Macquarie Scarlet finally giving us some decent attack here. We're actually making Swinburne work for it. So close. Unable to get there. Another tap. Just unable to get on through. How did that ball not go in, Matsy?
I think they've got the repulsion ray out, you know? That's how it didn't go in there. But see if something else can occur in a second. Opening is afforded towards the goal line there. Somehow it just keeps slipping by, but today they find the break point and will break through with a 5th on the board now.
Yeah, Slippy makes the jump there, thinking that it's not going to hit the ball, just not be close, just going to go towards the side of the wall and jump out and be in that right position otherwise, but it rebounds a bit awkwardly back towards the center, and all the boost was already used, dodging just to make sure it wouldn't go in, and fortunately another goal is sunk.
Yeah, sunken and a Duncan there, but see else they can do. So Slippy drop. Ready to start a drop and roll the ball forward with their team. So they're going to wait around the outside. Dave still trying to shade past it, but here's Slippy's time. They will prime up.
Gronk will finally get it out. Back towards the center by Moldy, but Dave will be the one to pick that up. If he's in position, Austin tries to get there first, but won't get the feet. The reset tries to get over Dave. Well read. We'll keep the ball out for now. But you're trailing by 5. You need to be doing a little bit better than just keeping the ball out. You need to be finding ways to get goals on your side as well. Austin, good control, but Gronk will be there to grab it afterwards. Moldy goes for a center. Slippy tries to stop there being any play afterwards. And the ball will just meander here now on the side of Macquarie Scarlet.
Yeah, they'll be here. They're ready to step up in high gear. John waits around the outside. They can take pride in trying to defend the ball here, but playing a very adaptive play style right now. You know, they're waiting to play off their enemies and their teammates, and they're good to go within a moment's notice.
Ooh, nice touch. Ball still in play. Backboard will be cleared out by Dave. If he keeps it in, another opportunity. Nice little touch there. Tries to confuse the defense, and it sort of works, but they still manage to get it out. Ball will go back towards safety, but the attack continues. Dave can't get there. I think there was a little bit of a clash there by the offensive side. Finally, Macquarie Scarlet back on the attack.
Back on the attack and ready to stack it up. One step further here, 20 seconds. All that remains between us right now, and see, they can't capture any other semblance of recovery, but the game is done and dusted for Macquarie now. Swinburne have all but locked it in. There's only seconds remain on the board here, and the game will come to an abrupt end, but not before they get another goal.
Yeah, Ibby just sneaking another one on in there. Nice little play comes across. You can see Slippy just unable to get that touch, and Ibby, last second touch that pushed it ahead there, just threw off the Macquarie defense. Was able to slip that last little ball through.
Yeah, slip it through, and that's game 2. GG, well played. Swinburne on top. So we'll burst ahead of this series with confidence there, taking it to match point in their favor now. You know, I thought maybe it'd be just a warm-up game for both sides there in that first one, but my goodness. Swinburne, they're warm as ever. You know, they managed to triple the scoreline we saw in the beginning there and just take it in an incredible direction. So, really well done.
The key thing to note here as well, Swinburne has just sort of polished up a little bit more. Those shots are converting in comparison. Before they had the same amount of shots as they did last game. It's just not as many converted on through. This time around, though, they've got 3 goals for Jonk, 1 for Moldy Shoe, 2 for Ibby. So really good, I guess you could say, contribution from the whole team the whole way around. Yeah. Looking at the side of Macquarie Scarlet, good amount of saves there as well from Davey, but the problem is that they're just too polished to the side of Swinburne. And it's kind of hard when you're saying, hey, you guys need to jump up a level, and then your opponents jump a level further as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like that 1 step forward, 2 steps back situation there, right? You know, they're just stuck in that kind of situation, which means they just got to practice even harder. You know, continue to do whatever they possibly can to close that gap, even if your opponents are working against you to further excel themselves. You've got to go even further beyond. Go absolutely
bit like that Goku and Vegeta relationship, right? You're constantly pushing each other forward. And fortunately, sometimes one person has to be the Vegeta. It's just how it goes, right? I know there's probably a lot of people out there saying, no, Vegeta's the best, what are you talking about? But ultimately, we always know it's Vegeta trailing Goku.
Which one are you?
To be honest, this moment in time, if I'm looking at my, basically trying to talking about that, my little bouldering spot here that I got on the side there and the way it's going, I'm basically Vegeta at this moment in time, right?
Nah, you're Goku for sure.
I was
always
Goku.
Bringing up everyone's
I cosplayed Goku once before,
you know?
at a PAX. Yeah. I did that, but I feel like now if I'm gonna do it, I have to do Vegeta.
Sure.
I mean, like, to be honest, I need to hit the gym for a few months before I can do it. Speaking of which, though, Vegeta obviously always has their moments and have those big comebacks where they do obviously close the gap, and seems to be one of those moments. Macquarie University, Austin putting one away here, getting themselves on the board.
Yeah, well done to them, honestly. I think that it's fantastic. They've finally been able to find a way in, and especially at an early stage. You know, there's obviously going to be more where that came from, but it's going to be a good start. And very excited to see what else they can cook up here as another goal strolls through, all tied up 1-1, pairing up like Vegeta right now. Maybe you can get a Vegeta or a Goku and Goten cosplay. Maybe that could be the thing.
Oh, yeah. Go Tanks.
Yeah, even better. Go Tanks. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Get it in play. I reckon might work out there. I wouldn't mind doing like a sort of like a family thing, right? And get like you can make a decision, right? Someone I can give my wife to play Chi-Chi or Bulma, one of the two, and then I'll just be either Goku or Vegeta, and my son can be Trunks or Goten.
Perfect.
Yeah, Gohan. Who cares about Gohan? Gohan, all he wants to do is he's out of the game.
Gohan's with their own family.
Yeah, Gohan's doing their own thing.
Yeah. They're busy being great Saiyan man.
Dropping
I
around
love
doing their thing. Dave,
saving the day, just like our players here today.
Exactly, right? Flying around, being everywhere all at once. Ibby, good control, no boost though. Does almost get the B, but Dave realizes, hey, he's run out of juice, I need to drop, and gets down in time. Gone. Also towards the side here, Dave might find an opportunity here, even clears the path slightly. A real opportunity for Scarlet to get another one away, unable to convert. Phil Swinburne has finally managed to stabilize. They say that, another shot comes through, and they do manage to get it out.
Yeah, we'll be able to lock it out for the time being here. We'll see just how far this one will go, though. So we're dangerously close to the 2.5 minute mark here. John, ready? Pass across, lock it. No! It is defended by Austin. Can bring this one back, but Baldy Shoe, good to hold it for a second, but now Macquarie Scarlet are ready to go to the skies.
It's little plays like that that really show you why Swinburne is on top of the series right now. Those passing plays with direct sort of, I guess you could say, immediate impact that really do just shake the defense, stuff around the positioning from your opponents. And Macquarie Scarlet did a fantastic job of dealing with that, but there's just been more of those on show time and time again for Swinburne, and that's why they are ahead.
Yeah, that's why they're just showcasing their prowess to its fullest extent there, and you get to see just how much further and take things here. Continue to hold firmly onto this one. Austin is going to be fended away as well, so good from Swinburne for now, that is. See what else they can do as they wait patiently, and opening presents itself, but they don't have the angle to lock it in.
It's definitely a change of pace here. Both teams slowing things down, looking to get control. The reset by Evian, trying to go for a double. It bounces precariously. It's going to be a miss, but Slippy will get it out regardless. Ibby tries to send it back in as well. Ball just slips past. Maybe Scarlet can make something happen here. Slippy tries to center it in. It's going to be good. Dave's there for the finish. But Slippy did all the work pre-goal. Oh, look at that. Slipped past. Definitely uncharacteristic here from Swinburne, but in the end, you make these mistakes, and your team, the other opposing team's just got to capitulate and get that capitalization and punish away.
Yeah, every single day, no stone left unturned here as move on up. Ooh, almost a slow and steady one there. Swinburne were looking good to formulate a response, but aren't going to be able to just yet here, as they have to play for life on these defenses right now.
You drop, nice little flick. We'll get it just above before the challenge came through, Dave. Doesn't quite miss, but if it does, Swinburne as well, as they do go for the follow through. Austin looking to get a center. It's to Dave. It looks good, and it will be. Dave puts another one away, and Macquarie Scarlet do find a way to bounce back. Swinburne looking so strong just 2 minutes ago, but Macquarie Scarlet have found that next level. They've managed to close the gap.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with how they've managed to hold themselves together long enough in order to find a way forward, in order to close that gap. You know, just when the series got to its most dire point for them, they managed to lock in, delivering some greatness. But we'll see how things fare in the next 30 seconds or so now. So we take it easy. Defense are going to be locked in for Swinburne. Ori not looking to afford them a chance to make one of their own, but as the time continues to pull through, we could see something exciting on the horizon here.
Big shot from Junk, but will be read by Dave and kept out. You see, they just sort of come through, really solidify that defense. A counterattack comes through. It's not going to be able to get there. Perhaps maybe now we can get something back, but we've hit the dying seconds, and Boy Scarlet managed to get themselves onto the board. They do manage to keep the series alive.
Well done, well played. They will be able to lock it down, lock it in to take us to a fourth map here. So, it's not over till it's over. The players doing great work onto that one. We'll be able to make it one step further along on this road ahead of us.
And I'm not sure what was the switch that flipped for Macquarie Scarlet, but immediately there's a big difference there. The amount of shots they've managed to put out has been greater than probably the combination of the last two games put on through, right? They really put out an absolute showing there. And to be honest, this is what they needed to have at the beginning of the series. Maybe they can hold this momentum and take it to another game.
Yeah, I think they need to take the reins on it as soon as possible. You know, they can't afford to let this one wither out. They need to give it the very best that they can here. And keen, interested, excited to see how this next series will go. Whether we see something crazy or it's just stock standard Rocket League, you don't know till you know. So these teams know, that's for sure. They got a good idea and they're already on track.
Dave will keep that one out there. Another big shot coming across Moldy Shoe, follows through, but I don't think Swinburne has had an opportunity to grab some boost. Jonk actually opts to not even go for it, tries to get some tempo on the board. It's going to go towards that side wall again. Jonk sends it to Moldy Shoe, maybe an opportunity, but it's going to be a soft hit. Jonk tries to redirect, but it will go to way of Macquarie Scarlet for the time being.
They're going to be holding control for now, but no one has strolled ahead with a goal yet. So, still hope on both sides for that matter.
Oh, Austin!
Ooh, there it goes. Quarry lock it in for the first. They burst onto the scene again.
Yeah, it's just quick play from Austin, just following the ball the whole way through. Just obviously still had that rite of passage that way when they made the initial hit. They didn't need to rotate immediately. And Swinburne just was sleeping a little bit here. They didn't have a sense of urgency to get to the ball that quickly. Probably didn't expect Austin to be there. Austin able to get a nice little quick early lead here from Macquarie Scarlet, and I'm liking it. Just quick early play, don't give a chance for Swinburne to play or breathe, and all of a sudden they're on top of it.
Yeah, they're switched on. They got their thinking caps on there, Mendrix, and you can see what else they can do now. Continue to hold it firmly into the ball as much as possible. But let's see how they try and adapt to the attacking phase as well. They're certainly cutting it close here, but battle's only just begun.
I completely agree with that as well. Moldy Shoe tries to slow it down. It doesn't really do it. Sliffy just jumps in once again. And I think there is, again, a sense of urgency to the ball just doesn't seem to be there. You can see Moldy Shoe hesitated a little bit. I understand why. Sometimes you hit the ball and at that speed you might just pop it into your own goal, but you really should just be able to adjust on the fly, get to the right corner of the ball, send it towards the back wall, and then follow through afterwards. Just, you don't really want to leave it in a position for it, especially there. It's a prime shooting position, and of course Macquarie Scarlet shot.
The shot and ready to reap the rewards, but still gonna have to put a bit more work in if they want that to be a possibility here. Take it slow, take it easy for now. They've good to help their teammate with control there, trying to stroll ahead around the outside. Could be opportunity, but they are going to be forced back again. So, well done to Macquarie Scarlet for holding their position for now.
Well, Jonk
until now
is able to break the curse finally. Nice pass that comes across there. Austin, yeah, I think pre-jumping a little too early. I think, to be honest, that is a crazy shot from Jonk. No boost, able to get around the ball, just immediately chips overhead. I can understand why Austin decided to go for that front flip afterwards, or sorry, an early sort of pre-jump. Just probably didn't expect the angle, and Jonk did a great job to make that goal work.
Yeah, I got to admire their confidence. You know, they've certainly put in the hard yards for their team, and they are well and truly in a good place after that. So, curious to see what else they can do. Big shot, bounces off the opponent and locks it in. It's all tied up at 2-4-2.
Yeah, great confidence here as well. But this is actually a 3-player commit. If that ball ended up bouncing out or was deflected, it was probably going to be an open goal on the other side. So they had to make that work. And yeah, they commit to it. They didn't let the fact that they were behind last game and obviously start of this one. They still jump on it. So good confidence they keep it in place. And now they seem to have broken through the momentum that Corey Scarlett had, and they found themselves 3 goals in such a short period of time.
Yeah, just smashing them out one by one there. They lock them down, lock it in. We'll catch them right at that 1-goal lead for now. See how the rest of our games will play out. We're on to 4 at the moment. Could it go 5? Could it end here? All will be decided. Swinburne take another step in the right direction.
Yeah, I was maybe I cast a curse at Scarlett a little bit. I was so ready to start singing their praises as they obviously turned things around the last game. Were so much quicker this time around. What sort of changed, I feel, is they kept their initial speed and momentum that they've had throughout the series, but all the little micro errors had ceased, right? They were getting the right touches, everything was in play here. It made such a big difference to the game, and now that this advantage has been picked up by Swinburne, they're just absolutely on fire. They're literally loaded up on that fire loading and able to immediately just ignite. So I feel like it's like a warehouse of fireworks going off all at once.
Yeah, it's crazy and dangerous to see all the fireworks, isn't it? Maybe we should keep that as a boost trail and not pop it off here, I reckon. That might be the good call, but for now, we do see our Sewers chasing after the ball there, ready. Try and stall it out a while longer. Jonk do the best they can to pass, lock it down. So close, yet so far. Have to try again.
Ibby, little play there, manages to redirect afterwards. Dave will get the read and keep it out. Another opportunity there, misses the double, but we'll go towards Moldy Shoe, who sets up for Ibby. Ibby's the one that make it stick.
Yeah, lock it down, and we'll be able to stick it true to another goal in their favour now. 1.5 minutes remaining on the docket here, Mendrix, and the result getting less and less hopeful each round here for Macquarie. So we'll see what they can do out of this one. You know, so far they've scored 2 goals outside of the last couple of games there, and are looking for more where that came from. Continue to take it slow and take it easy.
An opportunity here for Macquarie Scarlett, but it will eventually be pulled out here by Jonk. Ibby now taking the reins, will be stopped by Austin, who takes it across. Moldy backing away, has to get back in time. It's going to go towards the back wall. Austin puts it towards the center. Dave re-pushes it back through to Slippy. Looks like we won't be able to get the best touch, and it does mean that Swinburne will get it clear. And 50 seconds left on the clock. 4 goals is a very tall order to try and bring this to an overtime.
Yeah, 1 every 10 seconds. Easy work. Easy work.
Well, it's done now. Actually, still 1 every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
We're just waiting. Another 10 seconds about to elapse. Is it 1.25 now every 10 seconons? I mean, how would you do it? But I guess. Here we go. Another one's going to come through. Now it's 2 every 10 seconds. Yeah.
Maybe
I feel like we might be we might be at the end of the road. Oh. Yeah. 10 seconds here. Can you get 5 goals in 10 seconds? I don't think so. Good save.
At least they almost had a goal towards the tail end of that one.
Yeah.
You know, I think that I've got to admire their tenacity there. They did a great job.
Gusto.
Yeah. And we do see 1 last second buzzer beater goal as well. So good for them.
With little stuff there coming through the very end there, but ultimately Swinburne, I feel, was the more consistent team the whole way through. Obviously, there was a moment there Macquarie Scarlett definitely had some big control. I honestly feel like it could have gone their way if they had that form the entire way as well. So, but ultimately, it's always the best team that does manage to come out on top.
Yeah, always going to be. That's one coming through there. So well done, well played. to them and theirs there. They were able to take control of the situation and able to run it back. So, happy days all round into Series 1 there, but we got more cooking up right on the other side of this break. We'll be coming at you with another series, so stay tuned, don't go anywhere. We'll be back before you know it. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series, coming at you with Mattia Mendrix. It's time to get down to business into one more series. It's going to be Latrobe Uni taking on QUT, and super duper keen to get down into this one as we check out our rosters.
That's right, Latrobe's got Laka, Toby, and Fiasco, and QUT will be fielding out Mac, Jacko, and Ultraviolet.
Gotta love it, got to love it, and keen to see how these rosters fare against one another tonight, as they've certainly got some star-studded players into the mix there. You know, all of these players have been able to make impact across series past, but now we move into the present, and I'm keen to see who is going to be making this one happen in their favor once they get down to business.
That's right. Oh, I believe we are jumping right into it. And speaking of getting down to business, Jacko wasting no time immediately puts that goal away. Jacko, you can see, well, Mac manages to get that through, and that's a touch. Oh my. Fiasco just unable to get there. And all they needed to do was use the bottom of their Dominus.
Yeah, just got to use the options available to their vehicle, eh? But they'll be able to keep this one in motion, keep it in play a while longer there. Hiding patiently. Using it the bounce out forward, play into the goal, but we'll have to stroll back.
Gonna go back towards the center, into the corner, Laka. Let it go to Fiasco, who is a little bit too much pepper. It's going to send that through. Now it's going back for an opportunity for QUT. Fiasco lets it go through. Ultraviolet just able to get there at the last second, but the ball will be put away by Laka. Again, just this like that little touch there, just unable to make it work. Ultraviolet ultimately did save that goal, but just needed to get a little bit more behind the ball, because even though they got the save, it still went the way of Latrobe.
Yeah, still went their way. Were able to sway things into their favour, at least for the moment. But 1-1. See who can get the job done. On the other side of this now. Take it easy. Get around the corner here, Jacko. Good to push around the outside. Oh, that hit. It could have been good to push it to the goals, but no, Mac tries to break it out. Still going to have to fight for it, though. Jacko does deliver something, but it's not enough to really get a big move on yet.
Fiasco will send it up, but Ultraviolet will be ready and waiting to receive. Puts it towards the safety of the corner and then gets the clear. Another shot coming on through from Laka. That will be saved by Jacko. You can see Latrobe continuing to put on that pressure and just continue to keep it here on the side of QUT's half. Jacko tries to get it out. I think maybe for a fourth inch there, but just couldn't quite make it work. Ball's going to come through. Fiasco's fighting for over it with Mac. Fusion here in the center. A bit of physicality as well, but nonetheless, won't make anything work just yet. That's a nice little shot, but it will be defended once again by Mac.
Good there to take it around the other corner. See if Mac can track it with Ultraviolet. Ooh, trying their best, contesting. Looking good, had the demo, almost were able to wrangle it forward, but still going to have to do their best to fight to angle this one any further.
Jacko gets the touch, but Laka will get the clear. Well, it's just going to go past Mac. Mac just choosing to let it go through. Doesn't quite have the boost to make the play work. Toby through center. It's going to go past Mac. Jacko will get the touch to get the clear out. Laka for a shot. Goes towards the wall and will be deflected by Ultraviolet. Another shot comes through, but it will be pushed away by Jacko. Latrobe really putting the nails in, trying to screw as much as possible. All the nails are hammered down. Hammer, screwdriver. You know what? Multiple tools for multiple situations. Whatever it is, pressure is being applied. Mac now trying to control it. Laka gets a little grab on the top here, and Jacko once again will keep it out.
Keep it out, keep it away, and ready. See if they have any further sway on this. They hold it back. A good hit around the outside for the moment. Ultraviolet trying to dial it back though, but as usual, teams have to be vigilant, have to be adaptable. Otherwise, they are going to get overwhelmed. And UT will be the ones taking control this time.
Jacko tries to get past Laka, but won't make it work now. Mac's turn to take it across the map. Believe Mac has the inside track there and will be challenged by Toby, but ultimately they do manage to get it out. It's looking relatively free for the time being, but Trope do recover and they do get it clear. Ultraviolet just goes bang, straight for the demo, tries to get it past Lacquer, will actually make it work, and Mac now has a bit of time, tries to use the side wall to make the play work, and they do continue to push it forward, but it will be cleared nonetheless.
Will be cleared as they steer it forward towards more as they open the door to 1 more minute, and the team just needs to spin it in to 1 more gold if they want to have a confident lead here in the last possible portion. But they run down the clock, we could be locked in into an OT nice and early.
20-minute OT.
Let's go!
Could this be the one? Could it be the one that comes across here? Finally in the Elite Series. Let's see if they do manage to make that work. Still got 30 seconds here though of normal time. Someone can put it away and dash these casters' dreams of a 20-minute overtime.
It'll be the perfect night for it for sure, but no, the hopes, they dwindle. It will be 2-1 now in favor of QUT.
Ultraviolet there, able to use the fact that there was a little bit of momentum off the rebounded play there from, I think it was Fiasco. Gave a little bit more of an extra push onto the ball and just made it too hard to make a save happen. As I say that, Lacquer's coming in, trying to get an equalizer. They've got 10 seconds to make it work, and they've got the pressure. Time being, Lacquer tries to get there. It's going to be a decent shot. Fiasco looks, uses it out, but it's just not going to be enough. And in the end, the dying seconds here, it's not going to be enough. And QUT might be taking this one away, and they do.
Yeah, good start coming at you this time around, and definitely gotta be happy with that, right? I think that taking away that first victory there, it's a good burst of morale, momentum into their favor, and keen to see if they can continue in this direction, as this one was a lot closer and a lot more competitive than I initially anticipated there, so definitely happy to see what they're able to cook up in the early phase here.
It's definitely an interesting look at, I guess you could say, the play styles of the two different teams. Latrobe, very aggressive, plenty of shots there, lots of saves on the side of QUT, perhaps a little bit more passive and waiting for mistakes and then looking to counter. And right now, QUT's strategy seems to be coming out on top.
Yeah, they've managed to factor in what their strengths are and are able to put them to fantastic use. So far, so good. And we will jump in into game 2. So, good clearance coming at you from Ultraviolet there. And see if they can dial it back a second. Mac watches on. Jacko good on the defense this time around. But it's constant rotations, constant defenses that is allowing them early success here.
Toby sends it in for a center. Ultraviolet just being that stopgap. Basically playing the wall. Jacko looking for a floor pinch. Lacquer will intercept and stop them from having any clippable plays. Toby gets the flip reset, gets the overhead beat, but Jacko will be in position to keep that one alive. Sends it across to Ultraviolet, but intercepted by Lacquer. Mac jumps in and intercepts that. You can just see none of these players really trying to give an inch or a mile to anyone on the opposing side. Fiasco tries to go for a doomsy, but unable to make it stick. I was able to bring it back, but Ultraviolet will be able to get the clear. Oh, no. Not like this.
And there we have it. Toby going to be shooting hoops there. And we'll be able to scoop it in for the first goal. A minute went, and now goal is here. Shine bright like a star into that one. But there's another kickoff on its way now. Will QUT be able to bring it back? Will the dam be open? Will it stay shut?
Yeah, definitely uncharacteristic from QUT. There was a moment there that three players sort of just moved away from the goal. They sort of break position. And in that exact moment, Lacquer was able to get through that defensive line and obviously basically catch them sleeping at that moment. Of course, Toby was the one that ultimately put it away, but it was Lacquer that found the hole in the armor.
Hole in the armor makes them no sense armor, but yeah, I'm gonna be waiting for Ultraviolet now. Good track and forth. I like how they're just waiting patiently on this one. But Latrobe, they're looking to probe this one forward and will be able to slot it straight into the corner there. Well done. They're up by 2.
Yep, you can see again, just another double commit by 2 members there. Someone should have been holding the post. Instead, you got 2 players jumping at the same time, and when that happens and a beat comes through, you ultimately leave an open goal. And of course, Latrobe, like you said, quite happy to probe the situation and go, yes, extra goal would be great for our numbers in this sort of scenario, especially because they are trailing in the series so far.
Yeah, in a bit of hot water for the moment. See if they can claw their way out. Hold on for the time being. Latrobe are good on the confident lead for now. Need to speed it forward to see if they can further it even. They can have a real sense of comfort, but anything could happen at any time, especially right here, right now. So, UT, will they be able to bring it back? It's all going to be a big test here. It's Fiasco. Those leaps and bounds to keep it upfield, and it uses their teammates to yield results.
Well, almost getting a result there, but it will be deflected by QUT. Fiasco now takes control. Fiasco once again intercepts on through. We're going to clear out for the time being. Obi will stop it, sends it up overhead there, gets another touch as well. Mac doing a good job of the backboard defense, will send that to the corner. Fiasco now in control, will be attacked by Laka, who will get the beat, but nonetheless still lose the ball. Now as we continue to go forward here, 2 minutes left on the clock. QUT need 2 goals to get this to OT.
Need 2 goals in order to stroll through, lock it in here. Let's see. They can do just that. 1:40 remains here. Are they going to be able to make aim at more, or will the opportunity be squandered? 1.5 between
Great
them and their path here. Yeah, good pass, but not going to be able to blast it over.
Yeah, there are definitely a few more of those there that just hit the mark. I mean, that was brilliant, right? It was overhead, no one could really jump into it. You're already in position, you would have great power on the ball. It's just, again, the touch after the pass just wasn't enough to sort of be in a really good position and muddle up that defense for Latrobe. They quite handily kept their positioning. Now they're on the counter attack. Toby tries to slow things down there with that second touch, but can't quite get what they're looking for, and it does mean that the ball will just meander on out. See, Mac gets another clear as well. Perhaps an opportunity for Latrobe here.
Ooh, perhaps it is meant to be as they lock it in 4-3 and are going to be happy as can be there. So far, so good. Let's see what else they can achieve as we move on up into the last 47 seconds. So it's a complete turnaround for the Latrobe side into game 2 here. I don't know what changed, but they are definitely locked in right now.
It'll be just that, you know, initial first game jitters, as they like to call it, shaking out the nerves, and now playing that a little bit more cleaner. I just want to get back to the 3rd goal, because even though I know a 4th goal just happened, but that 3rd goal was actually a lot more impressive than what it looked like. Like it came through, I thought he just got a double touch. I didn't see that the goal was assisted by Fiasco to get that drop, get the that was actually really cool. So I want to give props there to Latrobe, where it's definitely deserving.
Yeah, as deserving as ever there, and see what else they are going to do now. 20 seconds and a dream. Try their best to stroll ahead of this one. Slow and steady. Let's see if they can clear that space.
Well, definitely playing with the ball here a little bit. You know, at this point, might as well just hold possession. Also, because even opened up a net here as well. I guess QUT probably pulling out the stops at this moment in time to try and get goals, but ultimately it's Latrobe that walk away with that series, and QUT, if they have to bounce back from that, it's going to be a tough one.
It's going to be a tough one. It could be even a tougher within moments here, but for now, all tied up 1-1 in the series, so we are certainly going to have the capabilities to go the distance, and I can't wait to see exactly what else they can do as they get prepared for the next battle ahead of them. But this is a really back and forward right now. You know, I love it. This tug of war of games. I'm super keen to find out who's going to be able to claim win to game 3.
I agree, right? And I'm again looking at QUT that first game. The defensive line was so impressive. They were literally an iron gate, kept all of the balls out. Flip side around game 2, different gate, right? Maybe it's taken a bit of a beating. I don't know if Latrobe's just coming here with different tools to break through the locks, whatever it may be. They're definitely, Latrobe's doing some great stuff to actually just keep that pressure on. And now they've short up a few of their mistakes that they were making, just stopping the counter attacks for QUT. And now all of a sudden, what looks like a winning play for QUT, they need to perhaps change their game plan a little bit, make some adjustments to see what they can do.
See what they can do as they try their best to pull through once again. But still, take it slow, take it easy here before they can garner any more attention and see if they can navigate what they can muster even. Take it one step at a time here. Jacko bypassed a good clearance out there. Not going to be able to claim back momentum as well. Latrobe forced into their own back line. Fiasco great on the defense this time though, but that got it close as anything.
Kobe brings it up overhead again. Bred by Jacko, who keeps it up. Still in a bit of an area's position, but ultimately they get it down. Fiasco immediately knocks that through. That's a nice little rebound off the back ball there. Sort of get a clear, but Fiasco still keeps it in. Looks for a bump, but won't find it. You can see now Toby brings it back towards the center again. 3 players might be committing here for Latrobe, but haven't jumped on it just yet. You see a bit of slowdown from QUT, and now they're forced to back away. Laka, the demolition, will just completely shut down any chance of a counterattack.
Shut them down and lock them in and see how things go this time around. 3 minutes 15 and trying their best to be keen as ever. They take it slow and steady here. Good hit downfield. Latrobe looking to shield this one, take control, and they might know! It's fended off just barely. I cannot believe that, Mendrix.
Yeah, that shot was menacing, but hits the post, rebounds out of there. Definitely a disappointing moment there for Latrobe. They did everything right, unable to find it, and now with the counter-attack, Ultraviolet's the one to make that play come through. You can see Laka sends it across the Fiasco, but Jacko opening things up there with that demo forces Laka to be in a bit of a poor position there when it comes to actually playing that man. It should have been the person that was demoed coming through on the rotate for that defense, but because the demo does open things up for QUT, and they're now managing to get themselves in a better position once again, and problems from game 2 seem to be down or away for the time being.
Wait for now, but we get ready to go. Pow, pow. No, it is going to be an epic save. Fiasco shaves it off the back there. Toby ready to strike back. Will be a back and forth once again, though. Physicality almost ensuing, but everybody is pursuing this avenue. Everyone is pursuing the ball right now. Jacko desperately needs a teammate, maybe some boost, his consolation prize, but oh my goodness, that could have been a nasty situation right then and there.
See, Laka manages to get a bit of a chance there, sends it across, it will be pushed away by Jacko, and Toby comes in. What a rotten angle. Gets the finish there. You can see that little touch there. Jacko just wants to find him. Fiasco's the one to clear things away, get the setup for Toby, and then just find it back with no boost. Can't get there in time, and things are evened up.
Open up and ready to go. 1-1. The fun's just begun. And let's see. Another one may yet be around the corner here. Take it easy. 1-1-45 soon, but soon too will there be another opportunity here. Latrobe are getting closer to it. Might just be able to capitalize.
Jacko sends it to Toby. Coming down, not like this. Toby didn't even need to do the finish in the end. It was such an awkward ball, the way that it just sort of rolled inside. You can see the bounce just too tough there, and Ultraviolet basically a dead weight in mid-air with no boost, had to fall into it. And Latrobe, now they're looking to get things a little bit further ahead there and push their lead that little bit further.
Little bit further, one step ahead, and see if they can take it that step forward now. Mac forced around the back there. Oh my goodness. Oh no! It's one disaster after the next. They just need to throw the ball away.
Oh, QUT, they're doing everything they can to get into a safe position. Ultraviolet finally sends it through. Fiasco's going to bounce it back. Ball's going down. Laka might get the grab here. All still alive as a potential defensive opportunity here. There we go, finally. Ball's going to be knocked away after that shot from Laka.
Knocked away, but still got on more. Say here. 40 seconds. More than enough time. Oh my goodness, again another scary situation being presented to QUT. They gotta be terrified at this point. Oh my goodness, it can't stop, won't stop, Mendrix.
Well, they're just continuing to hold the line for the time being, but again, you got 20 seconds here to even things up, and it's gonna be very tough if you're constantly under the pump. The way these shots are coming through from Latrobe are just relentless, and I don't think QUT really do have any room to move.
They've really got any flexibility there. Still trying to hold it up. Oh my goodness, somehow the ball still up, still going. I don't know how this is happening right now, but Latrobe desperately trying to pop it and drop it down. But the ball will still be alive, still pursuing this one, but eventually all things that go up must come down, and it will be Latrobe locking in their second game and match point there, series point in their favor. My goodness, this one is certainly going every distance.
Yeah, and it really, both teams pulling out all the stops, trying their best when it comes to defense. QUT, I do feel like they are sort of back to that form of the first game where they were able to just hold that defensive line, but Latrobe are just a little bit cleaner, a little bit more offensive, a little bit more menacing when it comes in for the attacks. They are just so confident when it comes into it. And I think that confidence needs to sort of be reflected on the side of QUT. They need to have a little bit more of that aggressive action as well in order to sort of keep the scores at least even, or at least don't find themselves at a point where they're always trailing Latrobe.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way out of that one, aren't they? You know, don't want to be the one trailing behind. You want to be the one ahead of the curve there. You know, you want to take control of the situation. Stroll in with a bit of swagger behind you. But for now, we are going to be propping ourselves up for our fourth game in our best of 5 here. We are going every single way. And let's see who's going to be able to take this one away right now.
They say fortune favors the bold. The only reason that happens is because they are proactive. It's not really being bold, and Toby immediately is proactively on the shot. You can see Fiasco, beautiful little touch there, makes things difficult for QUT to get a read. And rather than going immediately high, just goes, that shot looks like it was actually going to go low, to be perfectly honest. I can see why it was a bit of a delayed jump up for it. I personally probably would have just jumped low, but the way it just sort of decided to shoot up after the fact was a little bit confusing, and I can see why they were able to get themselves that quick goal.
Yeah, they managed to shoot for the stars, and they made a wish, and it came true. But you know what else came true? QUT's wish, as they bounce it back one apiece right now. 4 minutes 31 on the clock.
This is what I said. They needed to be more proactive. They needed to be that confident as well. They needed to have that same sort of gusto to the ball that Latrobe has been showing throughout the series. And instead of now being in a position where they feel like they're just constantly trying to catch up, very quickly they come back, they relieve the pressure, and they can sort of use that momentum now to try and bring themselves back to an even point in the series.
Yeah, going to be happy with that. And even Stevens, let's see who can get the reins in their favor. In a second, good hit over the top there. Epic save, and trying to blast it back, it's Mac.
You can see Mac unable to get there. Toby does a great job of just playing that defensive line and saying, nope, I'm not going to let you have fun with the ball. You're not going to get the touches you want. I will physically move you out of the position of the ball that you want to make that touch for, and does make that save work. This is definitely getting to that point where players can't actually do what they want to do because they're consistently in each other's faces.
Consistency is a key here, and see how things go. flow it back. Good counter-attack there on the defense,
Oh,
but it's one and the
Laka.
same from Laka. Certainly not lackluster there, as they did amazing work to get that done.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see here. Again, it was just a little bit of a misread on the rotations there. The formation for QUT was broken. They didn't have someone rotating back to that third man position, and that just opened things up. Laka was able to go for a nice quick shot overhead. Sometimes simplicity is what wins you the game.
Keep it simple, keep it clean, and see who's going to be keen for this next one. And wait, Fiasco, dragging it up here, Ultraviolet. Get ready for it though, you know, they take it slow, so it's quite easy to just adapt and navigate around, but see how things go.
Oh,
Ball comes down, and just like that, they hit their flow state. Latrobe back into it.
yeah, Fiasco gets a moment to play with the ball, and Mac just didn't have the boost. I was wondering, I wanted to see that touch that they had and why it was so lackluster, but it would have been at the very end of their boosts. At that point, there would have been no pressure behind the ball, and Fiasco was able to make that read immediately, tipped their car, pointed their car down on the touch, and it just flew straight into the ball. And Trove now feeling a little bit more comfortable.
Comfort is a key here, and see if they stay that way. They hold her back for the time being. To hold on. Ultraviolet almost getting overwhelmed there. Need to push around the outside. Fiasco, though, I like the resilience here. They're still keeping it upfield, and they're willing to navigate a few different points of contact, and they almost find deep contact there, but it is cleared out.
And that's the defense from QUT that I wanted to see happen. Mac was in a position there where they decided to hold the line. They didn't commit. They had to save immediately from Jacko before, and then Mac afterwards able to make a save directly afterwards. I mean, it's nice to have that defense now. You've already put 2 goals away, or you've already let 2 come through. So it means you have to obviously get out there and get something back. Maybe this might be an opportunity. Mac does it on through. So we go to Fiasco, Ultraviolet. Goes for another shot for Toby. Holds the line, good rotations. Maybe an opportunity here now as well for the Trove, but Jacko will keep it out.
Keep it out and lock it in. Let's see how they spin things back into proportion now. Ultraviolet to push through. Fiasco good over the top. Looking to drop it down. Jacko forced the issue as well. Tracking it over. Good, it's swing it in, straight down the middle. They play second fiddle.
Like that pre-jump that from the squishy save. That's an incredible read. And almost actually opens up an opportunity for a scoring counter-attack, but good response from QUT. They're able to obviously come back. A bit of physicality and a bit of demo action will shut down the next play, but still very impressive from Laka to get that. As I say that though, Jacko, quick plays directly afterwards, is able to get something back. Bit of a soft touch there, ends up going down to Jacko. They tried to jump on it, but just missing out ever so slightly, gets the ball open, and Jacko seizes on the mistakes. 2 mistakes in quick succession, and QUT quickly get a ball in the net.
Ball in the net, and will at least ease one regret, but there's still more they have to do here. 1 goal lays between these 2 teams. Will they be able to tie it up all the way, or will it sway again? Laka close, but not close enough. A ball still in play here, and they keep the pressure at an all-time high.
Yeah, good little turnaround there for Yasko. Obviously, perhaps get another opportunity. The shot will be cleared away. Ultraviolet now, no boost, has to go for a tempo play. Tries to send it through the Laka. Still a dangerous position here. All the Trobe, QUT circling around, but it will be cleared out. Mac gets the boost, which is just all he needed. Nice little bump there as well. Mike opens things up. Toby, again, makes things a bit difficult there. Tries to get a second touch there, perhaps throw off the defending player, but ultimately in the end there, with only 3 seconds left, QUT need to find a return now. Ball's going that way. Mac goes for the shot. It's their final stand, but it won't be enough, and Latrobe take the series.
Well done, well played to Latrobe there. QUT close as they took it. Just wasn't enough in the end. So unlucky to them and theirs, but still got to give them props where they're deserved. You know, I think that they played an impressive game and very happy with the tail end of that one. think that was utterly fantastic.
Couldn't agree more. I think there's definitely a lot of potential in both the teams there in terms of what they can do. There's little mistakes, of course, that you can always iron out and polish through. And looking at QUT there just had a few of those mistakes sort of come through in that defensive line. If they just get on the same page, make sure there's that one person always rotating back, a lot of those goals would have been conceded. We might have a much longer series.
Oh, for sure. You know, they just capitalize a lot on the little things there, and it makes a big impact. But speaking of impacts, we're going to see another impact right on the other side of this break. See you soon. Welcome back, everybody, to the AEL University Elite Series. Coming here live with some Rocket League. Once again, it's Matsy and Mendrix, and we are going to be getting straight into UNSW Raw taking on the Monash Ballers in our next best of 5, and we're fired up to see all the action.
Yeah, that's right. Building out from the UNSW Raw, it's going to be Tatagani, Zenulus, and Steve. And going from the other side for the Monash Ballers, it's going to be Aqua, Fergo, and Rooks.
Love to see them all back on track here and ready to give it their absolute best, as we are blessed to see these players doing the best they can and putting it into play and taking it away. It's time to get serious again here. Let's see what else they can do now. We do have a demo on the top end. Zen are going to be the first to fall there. Will they be able to back it up, though? That's going to be the test. But for now, it's cleared around the outside. And Monash Ballers are trying to get some motion there, but it's Tata taking away the first.
Yeah, very quick play there. You can see Rooksy trying to get it to a bit of safety. Aqua obviously trying to keep the pressure on, but that second bounce off the sidewall was just a little bit too much in the way. Came back to Tata, and Tata gets a nice little finish there and gets Raw up that one goal nice and early.
Yeah, going to be happy to take that one nice and early before things get curly. But Fergo, another one to try and strike back. A good epic save there from Rooksy, and see what else they can do. Steve, just leave that one away. A good drop down. I can't follow it up though, but I do like the positive intentions coming through here. They're passing on, but they can't lock it in yet.
Then slows it down, tries to get through, but Aqua will make the read and get the clear out. Rooksy gets the flip reset just to make things a bit difficult. Steve doesn't jump early, does manage to get that ball out. Zen now, plenty of boost here, might make something work here. Will be past to Steve as it comes back down. Steve can't go and stick the finish. It's going to be stuck into the wall just south of the post. And now we have to come back around the Raw. Slows things down, a bit of a dangerous position there, but Steve handles it nicely.
Yeah, handles it gracefully there and ready to clear some more space here. Speaking of space, Zen has plenty of it. They got full boost. They're ready to adapt at a moment's notice here, and it will succeed. So concede a little bit, but they can take a lot more already. Are pushing themselves into full proportion to try and open up a goal.
Yeah, it didn't look dangerous, it didn't have speed to it, but it was definitely menacing, and you can see at the last moment, they kind of had to pull out all the stops to get that ball and keep it out. Steve now unable to get themselves around the ball and just get sort of gunked up in the corner. Aqua gets it out. After though, gets another shot here. It's going to be a pass to Zen. Rooksy does a fantastic job of shutting down that play.
Yeah, love the adaptations coming through there, and to see if there's going to be more plays stopped before they can execute as well. Startup. Good for the clearance there, trying desperately to get away from their goals as they stroll through. It gets low. Zen doing the same thing though, so it does allow them pretty much the whole way upfield here. Monash, they're ready to return to sender and go all the way back.
That's a good job though, just gets it back towards the corner. Actually gets a beat as well. It's might open things up, but Rooks able to get the read. Fergo gets a demo into Zen. That might be an opportunity for the Monash Ballers to even it up, but he's still not able to make something work. Tata keeps it out for the time being. A little bit jaded here in the rotations for UNSW Raw, but they finally do recover.
Yeah, we'll be able to find the avenue of recovery here, so going to be happy with that for now. Good defense from Zen as well, continuing to dictate the pace of this one and clear a bit more space from there. Speaking of, Tata does just that. Miss it out. Virgo pushes forward. Still just going to be a bit of a stalemate on the blue side of defense, but now they're looking to take this into the offense.
Very nice flick there, but well handled by Aqua. Aqua gets the beat as well for Tata, so Zen has to scale it back. A bit of a soft touch there, he gets back. What a read. Zen realized he made a little bit of a mistake and was able to recover it. Keeps that ball out, keeps UNSW Raw in the lead.
Yeah, conceding no more space here and ready. See if they can shape this one up one step further now. Tatagana and Co. Into a fall back. See. To the skies, rise up, no boost though, big problems. Aqua sends it forward. Rooksy could be good, but it's Virgo now trying to take it in. Still being slowed at every turn by UNSW Raw.
Steve now. Back wall leaves it to Zen, unable to make it work. To play a commit. Aims back. Unable to get that next hit. Maybe an opportunity here, but Aqua doesn't quite get the touch. Zen now looks to get it out. Still going to be sort of a player of a being beat out. That's a nice clear. Maybe an opportunity for USW Raw. It's just a straight goal. It was just a tough one. I mean, look at this here, right? You got everyone committed coming across. Oh my god, what a bouncer over. That is such a nasty skim as it just goes the distance.
Yeah, it goes all the way to the top there. So UNSW Raw going to be happy with the position they're in at the moment. You know, up 2-0 and ready to keep control of the show here. Steve, going to cleave their way into the skies. Virgo ready to adapt. Does get stalled out for the moment. Tata, good hit there. Zen now taking it as well. They're playing past the parcel with this ball right now, honestly. Everybody getting a turn and having the touches there, but we forced her back into the defense now. And let's see if they can hold on.
After trying to get it out and will succeed. I think ultimately UNSW Raw now just wants to hold possession. It's quite happy to be in a position where they're always in control of the ball. They don't want to give opportunities for punish ballers like now. Tata gets to clear out. Maybe an opportunity here as well. So open net for the time being. I slowed it down, unable to get the flip reset, but nonetheless doesn't matter. The result is going to be a win going the way of the UNSW Raw.
Yeah, nicely done to the Raw there. They will be able to navigate the ball accordingly and take it away with a 2. So, well done to them in that first game, but we'll see if they can continue to fly with confidence heading in to games 2, 3, and maybe everything there beyond. You don't know till you know, that's for sure, but I'm keen to see how the show goes on.
Yeah, I think those goals that came across from UNSW Raw definitely... I mean, look, I don't want to take anything away from them. They just had really good positioning, and then the balls went their way. And then directly afterwards here, just Monash ballers couldn't replicate anything in response to it, right? They didn't have any real presence or threat from that point onwards. I feel that UNSW Raw just really had good control of the ball, and that's what allowed them to create the opportunities. And I think the ballers need to sort of also replicate that on their side, also have that presence be out there. Otherwise, there's just going to be a scenario time and time again where UNSW Raw just seem to control that midfield and continue to push opportunities.
Yeah, they pressed the issue, and I really loved how no matter what situation they were in, they always had that control of the ball, whether it's groundward or skyward there. They were able to pass it through to each other with such ease and such precision, honestly. It was fantastic. And I think I wouldn't expect anything less than that heading into this game as well. We take aim at yet another opportunity, yet another play here. Let's see who's going to start off today. Steve already sleeps it down. Tata almost locks it in, but not this time.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that was a bit of a missed opportunity. And what a counter-attack. They still don't manage to sink a goal. I feel like that should have gone the way of the Monash Bulls. But then again, the first goal probably should have come the way of the UNSW Raw. So I guess both of them have missed opportunity just to start things off here in the first minute. I thought doing a good job there, just holding the line, able to make the read, perhaps open things up, but Aqua will get it clear.
We'll get it clear and ready. Step it up into a high gear here. Take it easy for the moment. So close! There it is! Hook, line, and sinker onto that one.
Still, again, Zen just understanding the touch that was necessary. Look at that bounce. Too difficult for the Monash ballers to get around to it as well. Doesn't quite get the goal, but definitely gets the setup. And what a way to start things off.
Yeah, got to admire the confidence there, starting off with a bang, an absolute treat, and ready. Hit this one accordingly. Let's see. How we go now. Hold back.
Or Zen, he was just waiting for boost.
No. Yeah, waiting for boost, and they're going to get a whole lot more.
Well, let's see if we can go here. Steve gets it out. Boost the player there. Rooksy or Rooks. Stop that. Zen tries to challenge Fogo, but doesn't get the beat now. Back to Rooks as well. Lets it bounce. Now Steve takes it. Not quite a shot, but he's of course making things a little bit precarious. Good block by Aqua might open things up for Monash.
Might be able to lock it down there. Let's see what they can come up with, though. Hold her back for the moment. Still got more to cook up out of this one. More to achieve here. Waiting for how they control this. Rooksy almost, but Steve is just too good with it.
That's a nice little redirect there as well, understanding where they needed to position the ball and able to manipulate their card mid-air. Zen goes for the demo. That was a nice little fake there. You can see that sort of play, how it drops everything as well. You think the ball's going to be dropped towards the center, but faked out into a demo. Really messes with the defense there. Ross does a good job of keeping that out, but it's these little plays like that that start to snowball advantages for your team, and next thing you know, goals start to slip in.
Start to slip in and a flyer through here. Let's see what else they can do now. Aqua, trying the best they can to keep the reins on this one, as in to take aim as well, but just not the same at this time as Steve and Co. Wait, control the flow here. So it could be the opportunity, could be the moment. Steve good for it. Still got to do more to claw it ahead.
Attack goes for the bump, and it's good enough. Opens it up, and Zen is there for the finish. You can just see here right now, Ata pushes through. You can see he's thinking about the balls, thinking about the player. I mean, that would 100% be a red card if it was traditional soccer, but not in Rocket League. That is a completely illegitimate play. Bumping is physicality. It's all part of it. You need to unlock all portions of the game.
Yep. Red card off the pitch. Gotta love it. But we'll see what else.
You can literally just demo the ref. If there was actually a ref just floating around in a car.
Yeah, just picture. You know how they got like those robots in some restaurants now? Just picture like a robot ref and they just demo it.
Bang. Immediately out
off
of here.
the pitch. See you later.
No ref needed here. That's
too funny.
Nice little shot there. One in the top right hand corner. And yeah, UNSW Raw getting to run away with the series.
Yeah, looking to run away with it and see what else they can do now. They take it there slow and steady. Nobody clear position to win the race yet, but still going to be more in this one. By 3 at the moment. UNSW calm, cool, collected. Monash, they need to find a way back in.
Well, they're definitely trying to force the issue here. And to be honest, they get a little bit of a decent move. Zen just gets the read, gets back. Again, this is just some things that we've been seeing earlier in the night where the team's just quite didn't have the positioning, the players weren't able to get back. But UNSW Raw, we've seen them from all the players time and time again, just keep that third man position well communicated, who's holding it, who needs to be here for the spacing, and it makes such a difference.
Yeah, it makes all the difference there. Very keen and curious. See what else they can do as the fast by 37 seconds. Dreams are dwindling into nightmares here. Surely some way out of this one. Surely some way forward.
Good read from Tata there. It was a flick into bump play, but bump never happened. Just jumped overhead. Tata looking to get a play off the backboard, perhaps create some chaos, but don't really get the effect that they desired. Maybe a counter attack if Monash Ballers ends back in position there. Again, goes for the far post, has another player ready on the close post to actually get the defense. Tata just to set things up for Steve. Steve can't get the touch, but ultimately in the end, the Raw continue to hold their lead.
Continue to hold the lead and ready to do whatever they can. Refuse to concede here. And I love to see it. Fantastic work from them and theirs, but this is only the beginning. The turnaround for Monash is now!
And they have to turn around now, right? This is it. It's match point. UNSW Raw will take the series if they do take the next one. So the Ballers, if they've got any tricks, any trump cards up their sleeve, now is the time to reveal them. Perhaps they've laid a trap this entire time, lured UNSW Raw into a false sense of security. But you really do need to put the gas in it now. Anything you got left, you want to leave that on the table. Otherwise, you'll be walking away with a loss.
Yeah, you'll be walking away with that and maybe a lot more. So, an unfortunate there, but I'm sure many more unfortunate things will be ahead of us heading into our next one as soon as we get prepared for battle, prepared for war, and let's settle the score here and now.
Straight into it. No crazy kickoffs this time around. I feel like there has been a lot of extra pressure here for the Bulls when they go for the kickoff, and Raw typically been opted in to get that boost, get a little bit of extra resources in early. Sometimes, you know, you find that also those players out, creates crazy series. That's a great shot, Zen. Does a great job keeping it out as well. Steve now as well will go the distance, plenty of boost. Rooks meets the mid-air, will get it back towards the center as Tata continues to play. They continue to go forward here. Aqua will get it out. Rooks now has an opportunity. Will Zen falter here? The bump from Rooks. It's going to be a forcing of the error in the end there, and they do manage to get one on the board.
We'll be able to lock it on the board there, draw the sword, and they are happy as can be with that one, but still more ways to pull through here, more things that they can do, and see if they can pull it through, pull it back as well. Hold on patiently into this one.
Aqua goes in for a center, tries to set it to Rooks. It's just gonna miss as well. I feel like there was just a little bit more sense of urgency on the ball. They would have been able to get themselves a nice, comfortable lead, but still trailing by one for the time being for USW Raw. Steve gonna get demoed out for their travel. Tata trying to set it through again, just misses the ball after it drops. Aqua now in control. Use up all their boost, and we'll get the beat as well. Tata keeps it in that side here. It is going to definitely be the Monash Ballers now in control, and they would 100% need to hold on to this the rest of the game. Send for a fake, but Aqua just grabs the ball.
Grabs the ball and ready to stand tall here. See if they can do it. Virgo to go in a second as well. Holding on firmly here. No, the opportunity was there, but not yet.
Yeah, unable to jump on through it. There was too much pace on the ball as they went for the chase afterwards. They knew it was going to be hitting that corner as well, so they just tried to position themselves in a way that can double it in from that awkward corner. But in the end, USW Raw did hold the position, understood what was trying to be put out there by the balls, and kept the ball out. Tata, it's a good job of keeping it high in the air and eventually getting out as well. Aqua looks for a shot. Steve will keep the backboard clear and get that out as well. Zen wanted to hold the line there, perhaps walk away with the ball. Tata managed to dodge the demo, keep themselves in a defensive position here. Zen characteristically misses the ball. Steve will though get it overhead nonetheless. Now Zen and Steve in a good attacking position. Zen might go for some bumps, but won't make it work.
Yeah, not this time. Maybe next time though. Prime up. Get ready for action. Try and get some attraction here. Oh, Steve. Steve with the flow there, but it's going to be a Tata.
Oh, Zen, no! That was your moment to get it back. He just comes through and misses it again. That's 2 swings, 2 misses there. Unfortunate. Ballers continuing to hold the line. Aqua sends it through to Fargo, who pushes it out. Tata releases the ball. I mean, look, possession has been definitely UNSW Raw's game this one through, as it has been the whole time, but they just can't lock it down. They can't put another one away. They can't even it up.
Yeah, can't even it up. Can't take anything more from here. To hold firmly onto this one. See if they can track it through accordingly.
Pass.
Good pass.
Okay, I think they were looking for a pitch through each other, and oh no, like this. In the end, we're able to keep it out. Minute 20 seconds left.
Surely there's more to come here. See, good to stop it in the corner there, but they still need to do more as the ball is going to be pushed straight to their goals there, but they're going to be A-okay for now. So, going to give it their all. It's demo time. Prime up. Oh, not today.
Oh, that was so good. Zen with the goal there, but it's going to be a 2-player contribution. Look at the communication from the 2 of them. They kissed the ball together to make a 2-player pitch, and they put it away. What a beautiful goal from the UNSW Raw.
Yeah, absolutely incredible stuff coming through from them, and there's there. Got to love it, and very keen for what else will be in store here. Take it easy for a second. A good clearance from Tata. Now on track with the even Steven scoreline, but they need to climb up for more before it goes to a 20-minute OT.
Then we'll be able to jump on through. Tata's in position. We'll keep the ball up. We'll just push it out, looking for simple plays for the time being. UNSW Raw definitely being more mechanical, trying to find and slow down the play. They can make it work, but 20 seconds left here in regulation play. We're probably going to be going to an overtime. As I say that, the caster curse comes through. UNSW Raw were just playing with it too much. The Monash Ballers, very quick plays, very simple stuff, managed to push it ahead. Now with 14 seconds left on the clock, I think the Ballers are going to make this a series.
They're going to make this a series. They're going to make this an absolute thriller. They are only seconds away from taking us to a potential game 4 here. I'm all for it. Keen to see exactly what we can do now as it goes over the top. Still locked in though. Somehow, some way, it stays in play until it doesn't. Stall, hit the floor, and they're going to be happy with that. So, moving on to a game of 4. Did you expect this?
I did not. The way the Raw has been playing has been really impressive, but the Ballers, very disciplined, held the line there. Were able, I mean, again, that initial bump play was exactly what was needed there. There was nothing Zen could really do. He was obviously in the 1v1 position, and then obviously in a 2v1, you just lose outright. That's exactly what happened. So for them to get that through and then follow through afterwards, especially after the 2-player pinch goal, the fact that they were able to be resilient and not just let that completely roll over them, good stuff from the Ballers to keep this one going.
Yeah, got to admire their consistency there, their resilience. You know, they remained as present as ever, and it worked out for the better into that one. But for now, we jump into the next kickoff. Game 4, well and truly underway. We're ready to start the next line of play here. Oopsie. Tried their best to bounce straight in, but it's UNSW Raw clawing their way past.
Yeah, they had a flip reset, but already a player in their face will steal the ball away. Zen now picks it up high, looks to keep it through, looks for a double play, gets a good setup there. Fogo does a good job just to center it out and out, and perhaps get through from the open goal. The counter attack from the Ballers is devastating. I mean, it looked good from Zen initially, but just weren't expecting that ball to jump up directly afterwards. It was a nice little hit from Tata, but the deflection just went the way of the Ballers, and they do not miss.
Yeah, they don't miss at all. They're going to be very happy with that. And let's see. They can do more with it. They hold back. Good stoppage there. Rooksy could have had something, but not yet.
Tata shoots it across Steve. That's a nice little shot there, but Rooksy is able to finally get the deflection. You can see it looks like that maybe they might have just been able to miss out, but able to make that read. Rooksy sent it across to Steve. Steve does a good job of pushing it out. Excellent use of the... Oh, Aqua, what a way to make it back and gets the save. Oh, the Monash Ballers do not want to lose the series.
They don't want to lose the series. They want to make this as best as possible. And let's see if they can do it right now. Get over the top there, Tana. Good to flow it forward, ready for the pass off to Xander. Gonna be denied at the gates though.
These little pass games that UNSW Raw does, it's always so good to see. The fact that they're consistently getting it off shows why they have been leading the series. But again, Monash Ballers, they keep it simple. They don't need to have these insane plays, right? They just make sure they're playing good formations, holding it out, waiting for the opportunities. They've got the mechanics when they need it. Yeah, you just don't need to be too fancy. As I say that though, Tata, nice little deflection, able to make the read, puts the ball in the right place. Even though it's Steve that scores, it's Tata who creates the opportunity. That's all of them together, really.
Yeah, it's all of them together. They're going to be happy as it can be there. So, no complaints whatsoever. But let's see if they can continue to find some morale, find momentum. On to the rest of this one now at They hold back, patiently waiting for their time to shine here. Tata, good to cross through mid. Aqua trying their best to find it again though, but the ball still just playing to its own ebb and flow.
Yeah, just back and forth, back and forth. No one's got real control over it just yet. As I say that, Steve might get something here. Now can't quite get the double touch there from the backboard, and so it does go free. Bogo sends it back, Steve. Able to mess with the, or just intercept there to stop it happening. Tata looks for a shot, but makes it work. I'm not sure how I feel about that pass back. I don't think it was necessary, and then it just created this opportunity from Tata. Steve was able to mess with the idea.
Yeah, mess with the idea and step things up in a high gear. So, keen, curious, see what else they can do now. They wait patiently, hold it back now to launch the counter-attack accordingly. Aqua straight around the corner. Can follow it off. There's a teammate there, just a little bit offside though.
Yeah, they're unable to get on through. Sometimes it's difficult to get these cross plays in. You need to sort of have that right position of it being close enough to the goal to get a nice effective shot, but then far away for enough from the goal so they just can't make easy defense. And getting that formula correct is definitely an art. It's a number of hours of the game. Just again, cross after cross after cross to get it right, and obviously just unable to make it work there. Zed will get back. Virgo goes for a shot, will be deflected once again. Ball is maybe able to find an opportunity here. They do need to equalize soon, and they do get it.
They do get it, and they do not regret it. So, fantastic work from them, and they're tying it all up. 2 for 2 now. It's all going down to this, and they are absolutely killing it on the pitch right now.
Well, ball's gonna go on up. Steve gets the boost, leaves it to Fergo. Tata will make the defensive play for the time being. Aqua might create an opportunity here if the ball is to put something away. To dropping it down, it's coming through. Zed makes the read, and will get the ball out. Steve will see trying to push the counter attack, but Rooksy has recovered and has got back to that third man position. Now looking to make the play afterwards. See what they do with this one. Zen will rise to the occasion and keep that ball out.
Keep it all out and to lock it in. So, see what else they can hook up here. Try and steer it through. Oh no! Slow and steady, but the ball will not prevail.
It was a doozy that just didn't go the whole way, and then in the chaos managed to be deflected out. UNSW Raw would be kicking themselves for not sealing the deal on that one, but game is continuing on. 30 seconds left of regulation play. Might be going to the OT. They can get it right now. UNSW Raw want to close it out. Monash fighting for their lives.
Yeah, 20 seconds, maybe 20 minutes in a second here. Steve tries to cleave their way up, will be forced back though, so they have to take it slow, take it easy. For the moment, 10 seconds now. Zen tried the best they could, but it just wasn't good enough, so they have to fall back for the time being. Take it slow, take it easy here. Ball still in play. They're looking to try and get the buzzer beater, if you will. I'll lock it straight down, but no.
Oh.
It's OT time, baby. Here we go.
They were in position, but didn't have enough sand left in the hourglass. And here we are, OT Zen putting it in a dangerous spot. It's dropping. It would have been in, but Fergo keeps it out.
Keeps it out, locks it through, and ready. See if they can pull
It's looking
through.
open. Zen,
Surely
get
not.
there. Tata, going to look for an aerial play off the back of this. Sends it through. For Senna, it's going to have to be about bump play, but doesn't find anyone. Ball's going overhead. Steve sends it back to Zen. Zen needs to get to Rooks. Rooks is the person they put to there first. Tata keeps it up in the air. Aqua's going to rise to meet it. Try to center it through for their own team. Fergo goes for it, but will be blocked away. Tata looks for a center. Unable to make it work.
Able to make it work, but there's still opportunities to turn that around in a second here. Either side can take it Either side can stake their claim to this one. 1 minute down, 19 to spare, and Root dares to be greater.
Tata tries to get there, tries to put their stake in, but this is going to work. Zen, that's a very lovely ball. It's dropping down. Both players miss it. There's no one to jump on it for the time being. That was a missed opportunity if I've ever seen one. Zen, once again, gets a beat onto it. Is that good enough? Steve is there, and they close it out. What a play from Zen. Look at this little grab here. The fact that they're able to get control of the ball from that angle is so difficult. Makes it look easy, and then they're able to get it put away here directly afterwards. What a way to end the series.
Yeah, amazing work coming through from UNSW Raw there. The OT runs its course there, and they set sail towards a series victory. So, very impressed with what they were able to achieve there, and excited for what else is going to be in store later as well. Fantastic. Fantastic work coming through from them all there. You gotta love it, Ed. Yeah, I'm just excited to see more, honestly. I love Rocket League. I love these games.
Oh, that was just also a great series as well, and I do really love the way that it ended on out there. But with that being said, Matsy, of course, we still have more Rocket League action, and we'll be going to a quick break, so please do not go anywhere.
here to AEL University Elite Series, coming at you with Rocket League. It's Matsy and Mendrix, and we are going to be taking it through to UONB, taking on Monash V3. And here's our rosters.
That's right, on UNB, it's going to be Phoenix, Aptix, and Brody going up against Doob, Lenny, and Human for Monash V3. So things are going to be heating up here. I'm very excited to jump into the action and see what these players can bring to the pitch.
Yeah, keen as can be to see what they can do right now as they jump straight into the action, and Human is sent packing. So Phoenix going to burn them up there, and you see what else they can do is they hold around the back of Monash. Good for the attack here. I like them playing from a distance because they can adapt to some of the other situations nice and comfortably.
Yep, Brody's going to be pushing on through afterwards. Human will knock that back towards the center, but redirected by Phoenix. Center play coming on through. Aptex just can't quite get there. Human has no boost, but will sort of just lead the line there. Looks for some bumps, but it will be Brody that gets it out.
It out, looks to lock it in here. Waiting patiently. Will they be able to garner any more flair here? Clearance from Brody. But they're still not out of the woods yet. Aptix doing the best they can to clear it. They don't have any boost though. This actually could be opportunistic for Monash here. They're still not able to cycle it through.
Dix will follow through afterwards. Lenny does a good job of keeping it out, but in center once again, do a good job on the rotation. Just again keeping up those basic mechanics and continuing to foster on through. We'll just keep the ball on out. Brody does a good job of getting that back towards the center once again, but Lenny will get it out well and truly and give Monash a chance to here to get a counter attack if possible.
Into the next strike through. Nobody has found a convincing blow yet, but maybe now. Oh, Doob ready. Flow. Use the flow there, and it's good they've actually had some stopping power. Doesn't create an opening, but at least stalls a bit of time here. Aptix, though, might be able to prime up, but no. It's just stuck in the corner. Good hit. Does manage to cycle it forward. Oh, no, there's an opening right around the back. There it is. Lock in the first.
Yeah, University of Newcastle just being absolutely relentless. Time and time again, just following through. Finally, a two-player commit comes across from Monash to try and get that ball clear, and that's the opening they needed. No one back to rotate or hold that line of the initial post, and it does mean that they do get that first goal on the board.
All good and all can be greater. After the back of that one, the morale, the momentum is good for you and Monash. I've been turning up to the clash as well. You know, there's a reason that there was no goals until this point in time. And see if there's going to be another one. Opportunity was there, not quite there anymore though, as they will to fall back. Lenny, good for it. It does bypass Brody, but it's all they're going to lose.
Yep, Human intercepts there. Brody will be in position to keep that one out. Lenny sends it back down. Bit of an awkward spot here, perhaps maybe an opportunity for UNW, and they do manage to find it. It's a traitorous goal. Lenny is the one who tries to keep it out, but well done by Phoenix to see it as an opportunity. You can see they go, you know what? I think that's going to go in if I push it into Lenny, and sure enough it did.
Sure enough, it's locked in this time around. Doob flies to the sky there. Phoenix with them. Oh my goodness, that could have been an opening. I liked that one, but it's not today.
Yeah, very direct, very powerful. Can definitely get you some sort of win, but just not that particular moment. Brody now keep it up. Lenny will make the read, keep it through. Another sense of play for UNW. I'm not sorry, from University of Newcastle. That B threw me off. Jumping on through, Lenny gets it across. Newcastle doing a good job here of now holding their own line, but ultimately they're very quick to get the ball out of their danger zone most of the time, and then they're just relentless afterwards on the rotating play. Human will at least alleviate that pressure of the demo.
The demo are going to be good for now. Phoenix and Co. Ready and waiting. Will they steal the show? Will they go toe-to-toe here? Phoenix and Co. trying to dictate it. Brody Good hits there, bypassed all enemies, but now they need a teammate desperately. Phoenix, good for it. Oh, almost slots it in the corner. That was a close one, wasn't it?
Yeah, unable to get there in the end, but I definitely like the idea and the execution. Just needed to be a little bit more cleaner. Nonetheless, these close ones, they start to come to get through, become actual goals, and they continue to keep up that pressure, and that just seems to be the name of the game for the University of Newcastle. Just keep the pressure on, and the goals will come. So far, they've collected 2.
Collected 2 ready. Pull through. They are going to wait patiently. Lenny. The best that they can here. Aptics are good for a hit as well. Will be able to get another clearance in a second. And Monash, struggle as they might, you know, short game 1 on the definitive route to being completed here, but at least they've shown us some of their grit, and I think they might be okay heading into the second one.
I couldn't agree more. There's definitely been opportunities for Monash to get those equalizers. All they need to do again is just stick the landing. Things could be very different here in this game. It's still anyone's series at this moment in time, but it is going to be University of Newcastle in the driver's seat.
There it is, UON on top there, take it away for game number 1, and ready to get even more done on the other side of this as we lock in to the rest of this series here. And I gotta say, you know, our teams are looking primed up as ever, and I'm all for it. I'm ready. What else they can deliver right now? But you know what I want to see? I want to see a pull shot coming through into the next game.
A pull shot? Okay.
Yeah, get creative with it.
I mean,
yeah,
it's a bit tough in these games. They're so
I know.
The players are so quick, right, in terms of what they do. For you to like line up a pull shot, might be a good opportunity for the opposing team to steal the ball. But maybe if you get like 2 demos back to back, it's possible.
Yeah, that's why I want to see it. You know, an impossible possibility. But if it happens, it'd be so incredible. So,
a highly unlikely possibility.
Yeah. That's the way to go with it. Oh my goodness.
Dude. I mean, that's as close as it's going to get to a pull shot. Like, that's
I'll
what's
take
up
it.
there. It just takes a swan the whole way through, and you can see University of Newcastle sitting around them, just grabbing their boost, getting their resources, sort of just setting themselves up for the rest of the game, and Monash were playing one step ahead.
One step ahead and 2 more steps forward. Haptics, oh my goodness. Almost managed to get a claim on that one, but the ball just outside of the corner there. So I have to try again. I go for second innings here. The ball goes towards their own goal. Brody luckily able to save it alongside Haptics there. And again, they have to clear it out.
Yeah, this is what we wanted to see from Monash initially. It's good to see that they are showing a bit of signs of life here. They've got the lead so far in game number 2. And they're definitely keeping the pressure on it. Bit of a flip in terms of the way that the game's going, but perhaps University of Newcastle can now find their own stride, get something back.
Something back, something on a track here. It's Brody. Waits it out. Aptics. Good over the top here. Human. Wait for it. Aptics, a good clearance straight on the home stretch
so
here.
close.
And they commit to it. Phoenix, good for the goal.
And this is what we're talking about, those center plays just being so hard to stick the right formula for it. That one was just a little bit further out, but close enough to the backboard that there could be a shot counterplay directly afterwards and opening up the opportunity for the equalizer for the University of Newcastle. You want to push that ball just a little bit further out so they can't have these quick shots off the backboard.
Yeah, can't have the quick shot, but they have the quick adaptations there. Good defense from Phoenix. Into be used again. Oh my goodness. Noob is just him tonight. Oh my god.
That was just
Slow and
excellent.
steady.
Slows it down for the reset, so forced Aptics to commit early, and then able to slot in afterwards. It's just an awkward goal to save from the bottom position. Aptics needed to be a little bit more disciplined, but to be honest, I don't fault him. I probably would have jumped as well.
Yeah, can't blame him at all, you know. Would have jumped, would have gone off for it there, but not going to be much more in our store at the moment. Hold her back and stay on track here. Get ready. Go towards the next portion. Demo's coming through. Saves as well. Everything's happening, and it's another goal. Monash going into it in a huge way.
Yeah, you can see it was a big commit there by the University of Newcastle, and Phoenix realizing they weren't going to have enough time. Tries to backtrack, but Dube's already in such a great spot, and they didn't miss when they took that shot. They're definitely on fire in this series, and really the MVP right now for the second game.
Yeah, MVP in the driver's seat. Oh, and ready to go for more. That was a close one from Abtix there, but again and again, they're just getting bypassed here. Monash are locked in a huge way, and they're ready to try and lock down more. Good defense, but no! Dube again and again!
Just an absolute Jedi, locking it down. Gets the touch here, able to make the read that Brody comes down, immediately drops for the second touch, and there you go, puts another one away, really giving Monash a chance to take this second game and make it a real series.
Yeah, doing incredible work there, and we'll see what else they can do now as take it slow, take it easy here, but it's never meant to be easy. There's always more to achieve, and see what else will happen now. Human waiting around the outside. Dube now, big impact maker, looking for another opportunity here as Human is pushed away.
Abtix, corner. Don't think anyone's going to follow through afterwards. Human also just keeping the line of play. It's going to be challenged by Phoenix, and that's not going to follow through. Brody passes it back to Abtix, and it's going to be blocked out by Lenny. Human keeps it in a safer position there. Dupe does a good job just to keep that bounce going, but no boost, has to give it away. You can see back into the corner again. It's going to be centered through. Definitely a bit of an awkward position, but Dupe uses the back wall to push that ball to safety.
Push it to safety. Let's see. They can lock it down. Hold her firmly onto this one. Good hit coming through again, but UON still just haven't found any way back in. Like Monash have adapted fast, a quickness to their nature, and they're taking this one as far as they can.
Yeah, everyone from Monash is just moving at a different pace now, and then adds the fact that Dube just seems to have a crystal ball. Honestly, that's all they need to look the part, be the fortune teller at the carnival. It's just been really a big boon to them, and now with 1 minute left, able to put another one away. Lenny just makes it look easy. Just again, they just force the ball after the fact. Brody, big shot there, tries to obviously try to get that to the corner, I feel, but sends it to Lenny, and Lenny knows exactly what to do with the ball.
He knows exactly what they need here, and for whatever else they could do. Ooh, big hit downfield. Human is the shield, and they just try and yield results of their own. Not today. UON still trying to play to the best of their abilities here, but I mean, the outcome all but certain at this point in time. Let's see if they can find at least one way back.
Yeah, it's rough, right? It's like trying to run a race and you're entering it a little bit too late. You're not really going to be able to get there in time. You've got 40 seconds to put 4 goals away, and sand in the hourglass is ticking on out of there. And I don't think Monash is really going to give you an opportunity to get yourself back in that sort of sense. Something would have to go extremely wrong, something like that, at least another 3 more times in 25 seconds. This is really interesting pass play as well. I do like it. Bit of an overcommit there, perhaps from Abtix. I felt it would be nice if they rotated back, but they get the goal nonetheless.
Yeah, and at least they've managed to get something from it, right? Like, albeit it's been a hard-fought endeavor, now they at least have a slight bit of reprieve. Obviously, it's all for naught with the time running its course. 3 goals in 15 seconds is a bit of a stretch, unless it isn't, but right now the ball's still in play and the time trickling down the hourglass, reaching its end, almost ending out on a goal there, but it's not going to happen today. So ball goes up and drops straight down. Monash come to town. 1-1 on the scoreline, everybody. We go to game 3. All tied up.
Yeah, I think it's really important as well to actually get something off the back of these games that feel a little bit rough as well. It's kind of like being in a position where you've been down an entire half, and then right before that half ends, you manage to score a goal. And even if you're, 2 goals behind or something along those lines, getting that one goal there sort of just gives you puts you in a really good position to sort of have some confidence going into the second half.
Yeah, confidence is key there and ready to see how they break a free with more. There's going to be plenty more in store. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Certain even. But what else I'm certain of is our teams are giving it the absolute best they can to put on one hell of a show here tonight, and keen to see how the next stage of their fight will elevate as we ignite the engines and get into the kickoff.
I mean, speaking of elevation, right? Duke pulls out another stellar performance. I mean, 900 points, really off the back of 4 goals coming through. If Duke can do that again consistently for the rest of the series, it's pretty hard to take this away from Monash. I don't think they're going to be able to. They'll definitely walk away with a win. It's going to be up to the University of Newcastle to either stifle Duke's performance here or just get a little bit more on point. But as I say that, a new star seems to be rising as Lenny is able to get another one away off an assist from Doob as well. Lenny was the one who initially set that ball up, but the pass came from Doob and still in position, knocks one away nice and early.
To the way, nice and early and ready. Turn it all around here. Make it slow, oh, but no, they're straight into the flow, all tied up. What a beat!
That's very interesting. I think this was a little bit of a mismanagement on the kickoff. You had 2 players commit through from Monash. I feel like maybe someone should have been holding a different position there, perhaps going for boost instead. Got Doob looking to basically look after the goal alone after they tried to get their own boost, not in position, and whom Brody puts one away. And that's exactly what the University of Newcastle needs to get a bit more momentum, be in a position where they're not trailing huge score lines, and perhaps get more advantage as they do that. I mean, that's an excellent play from Whom Brody, possibly put another one his way as well. And I feel like this might have shaken Monash a little bit.
Might have shaken him up and look to lock it in. They wait out patiently here. Holding on to it, Brody. Good shot, locked out by Human, but they're only human. Let's see if they can go superhuman in a second.
Yeah, I think Aptix just had a little bit too much on that shot. Didn't quite get the touch they needed. I feel they should be able to get that. Another good hit from Aptix is going to be enough there. Perhaps redemption on that second one, because that was a really nutty angle to get. Look at this one here. Gets that through, curves across, makes it too difficult for Lenny to get back, and then their follow through afterwards to lock it away. University of Newcastle have found some confidence, and they're definitely looking to push this advantage.
Yeah, looking to push it all the way to the top here, and see if they can do it now. They'll wait around the outside. Brody, good hit. Leaving it to their team now, prepared for more. Ooh, good hits though. Duber still focused up as ever, but not going to happen just yet.
Ball's going to drop on through. Human's going to be the one to pick it up. Phoenix holding that third man position will get it towards the safety of the corner. Another center on through with a clear from him, Brody. 2 players from the University of Newcastle jump up for it. Maybe an opportunity now for Monash, but Phoenix does a very strong deep clear and perhaps opens up an opportunity, but Lenny does a good job to intercept that ball and shut it down.
Shut it down and ready. Drown it forward now. Human. Good hit up there. No one there to back him though, so they have to wait a second longer now. Lenny getting around the outside as well. Doob now back on track also. Huge impacts have been made by that player, and more will surely follow.
Good beat, but Doob's there, ready and waiting to bring it back. Not like this. Brody. Oh, what an unfortunate touch. Doob gets the credit for the goal, but it is traitorous. You can just see that it's just an unfortunate touch, and that does go in and even it up here for University of Newcastle, and that's maybe what Monash needed to turn things around.
It could be exactly what they were hoping for, honestly, and ain't curious. See what else they can do here. Make it easier for the moment, 2 for 2, but ready to pull through with more. Human, though, pushes over the top there. Good clearance from Phoenix, but things getting more dangerous by the second here.
And Doob trying to get some control of it now, has to get back. Phoenix will be able to do either stop. Nope, Lenny does a good job just getting it on out. Doob, no boost, tries to see if they can get a fake play. Doesn't really get any members to take the bait. Phoenix gets a +1, unable to beat Human. Naptix was following through too closely and in a bit of a rough position. Lenny goes for a shot, but Brody's back in time.
Back in time and ready to go. Prime up. We'll see. They can get us something else from this now. They wait it out. Doob. Be around the outside. Brody. Into the skies. No boost though. There's going to be bigger problems there. Lenny. See, taking gain of clearance as well. No one really getting the upper hand out of this fight. Brody going down is a good opening for Monash here, but I mean, they need more where that came from.
Yeah, but still, I mean, the control seems to be in there. Brody doing a great job keeping this pressure on. You can see someone trying to get the beat, but unable to make it work. Now, that's a dangerous proposition put forward by Lenny. Brody gets back again, moves it out. Human missing things up, perhaps back too far, but Lenny goes for a shot. It's rolling, but Phoenix gets the touch, gets it out.
Gets it out and ready, without a doubt, to give even more where that came from. See what they can do now, 2 for 2. Trying to pull through around the outside. Human. Good to wait it out. Their teammates take control. Steal away the reins here, but they have a huge role to play. They are doing a good job so far.
Yeah, Doob then looks for a pass and bump play, but not going to make that work in the end. It's going to be University of Newcastle back in some control. Lenny sends it towards the back end. What a hit from Aptix! It's going to be good! And University of Newcastle take the lead with 20 seconds left. What a read from Aptix.
But an absolute ripper coming through there right at our last possible moments here. 20 seconds is all that remains into this one, and super duper keen to see if they can formulate any kind of resistance. Monash, you know, they only got moments to find a comeback here, and those moments are dwindling by the second.
Yeah, Lenny tries to swan on through, but Phoenix is there for it. I think Newcastle are just going to park the bus and hold position. He can see is quite happy to go for these deep long plays on the other side of the pitch. Perhaps take advantage of the panic with us now in the dying seconds here. Can there be a buzzer beater?
Not today. It will be locked down for UON. Phoenix with the MVP there, so well done to them and theirs as they are crowned the Warden. But there's going to be more opportunities where that came from as UON are back on track. Series point in their favor now. Monash close behind. Will they be able to re-engage again and take this tug of war all the way to 5 games here? It's all going to be up to our teams.
Yeah, it's so interesting as well. I mean, there was only 5 shots there put on through by University of Newcastle. 3 of them getting on through. Flip it to the other side. 6 shots for the University of Newcastle. Let's be honest, one of them was because of a traitorous goal. So really, I was going to say only one really hit the target there. I mean, University of Newcastle are just so good at these sort of big read moments where they say, yeah, here's an opportunity for the shot. I'm going to take it. I've seen Brody some big shots that are a little bit off trajectory, but you feel that if maybe he could get 2 or 3 more, one of them would get through.
One of them would get through and be ready to go. But the show must go on into game 4. Phoenix. A shot there, going to be blocked off by Human. You know, the slow and steady approach. Oh, Brody almost overwhelming it there. Aptix not prepared for that kind of comeback, but now they're going to have to track back, look to regroup, but Phoenix keeps it upfield.
Yeah, very quick play as well coming across the University of Newcastle, just continuing to put that pressure on Human. Gets there. Nice little play from Doob to obviously get the beat out. Now Aptix has to play defense. That's everything there that needed to be open. Doob, once again, just pulling out an amazing performance here. Look at this. No boost, understands, hey, I need to go for a quick redirect on the back end here and just see if I can outplay Aptix on it. Gets that play and then is able to put it away from Human. That is exactly what Monash needs to keep their series alive.
Exactly what they need, exactly what they're hoping for as well. Looking to hold on to this one, but still going to be more where that came from. Save and to shave away whatever else could be in store here. Take the reins, but still going to be a counter-attack on its way.
sometimes those unexpected direct shots are just so lethal. Human had one of them there. It was deflected, but you saw it before with Aptix, just big direct shot right in the middle of play when typically players are rotating. They think, oh, the ball just got struck going crossfield, going cross center, not like this. Don't tell me that goes in, and Phoenix is able to get that away. I just need to see. My train of thoughts was just so different there. Again, University of Newcastle, just with these direct shots from far away positions that you wouldn't expect it to be an actual shot at time, nets them a goal. They've, Aptix had one beforehand, actually possibly even the winning goal. Initially, Phoenix gets one here to even things back up. It really has been making the difference for the University of Newcastle.
Yeah, makes all the difference, and need to see which other ways they may or may not go. As take it easy, it's slow. Whoa! But they take it fast that time. A cookie cutter of a shot from Human.
Yeah, I feel there's just a moment there that the formation broke for the University of Newcastle. I don't know if maybe they were trying to get boost, it was stolen away. Just players not in position, and Human gets a free goal.
Roll ahead with that one. They're going to be happy with that. And need to see what else they can do now. As take it easy for a second here. And they're ready. Spread their reach one a step further. Two. Bit of a trouble, but they're okay. They can play around their team. Phoenix, though, doesn't give them a chance. Already looking to further advance. Aptix is desperately trying to supply some kind of aggression upfield, but Monash might use this against them.
Oh, Brody looking for a Cruxer pinch, unable to make it stick. Doob steal the ball away as a pass to Lenny. Back to Doob, looks for a center play, a bit too much pepper on it. Human has to go chasing. We'll get a demo and the boost for their trouble. Phoenix is the one who's knocked away. University of Newcastle having to play defense here. They need to get something back. Maybe they can get one of those quick shots that just cut through the play, cut through the rotations. They're definitely going to be needing it with 2 minutes left on the clock. And it looks like a very aggressive Monash continuing to keep up the pace.
Continuing to keep up the pace and ready to clear more space here. See what else they can gather out of this one.
Oh, look at the shot.
Good hit. Oh, what a save.
Yeah, Brody read that well. Lenny just wanted to go for the direct shot. Bit of a bump there as well from Lenny. Unable to get the goal afterwards though. Or just bounces or rolls away from the side. Aptix wants to get through, but Lenny has been doing a great job here, sort of jumping afterwards. Human, big shot. Phoenix has a big save.
Big save and ready to ride the wave here. Human desperately tries to clamber around, but they're going to hit the ground running. Good demo from Brody. They're going to be out straight back upfield. Phoenix, the shield, will yield the power at will. And Lenny ready to spill ahead. Plenty of boost and plenty of opportunity, but just can't capitalize yet. Straight back to the corner, but it is going to be pushed straight back.
Maybe an opportunity drops down. Phoenix just can't get there. That was looking very dangerous, but there was a lot of pace behind the ball. I don't blame Phoenix for getting a miss on that. Lenny now jumps in for a shot. Gonna be on target, but it will be deflected before a shot. Reddit comes through. Aptix gets the clear, but you need more than the clear now. You need a goal underneath your belt. You've got 45 seconds to make it work. Anything is doable at this moment in time, but Doob gets it in towards Lenny. It's a good shot. Lenny can't find it. Human looking to play a bit of a bump in the end. That's a dangerous position there. Doob strikes on it, but unable to make it work. And now, with Doob knocking out Phoenix, I don't know if they have what they need to set up a play to get the goal back.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more difficult by the second here, right? It's such an ironclad defense, and now it's going to be absolutely locked in. We're going to game 5.
Yep, that is definitely the case. You can see, I feel like Brody wanted to get the hit and also collect the boost, then realized the ball just wasn't going to get there, tried to recorrect the positioning, and then missed both. And I feel for Brody, because he's kind of like, I need the boost to make this play work. Otherwise, I'm just passing the ball to them. Then he gets another goal here. I think it's just University of Newcastle have gone, okay, you know what? Go next game in this scenario here. It's kind of at that point there. The ball, I think, like you said, it was locked in about 15 seconds ago when that ball went through.
Yeah, locked in well and truly there, and in as can be to see what else will be in store. I wait up patiently now. Hold on tight, ready to fight, but still could appear the ball in play until eventually
there we go.
isn't. So well done to UON there. They at least find something out of it.
Well, they needed those two. They needed that goal, like goal score. That's the stuff they needed. I mean, I get it. It's they get something off the back of it. End of the day, series is alive. Monash is in position. Like you said, we're going to game number 5, and that's it. There's no more lives alive now. Both teams are fighting for survival. Whoever takes the win next takes the series.
Takes the series, and it takes it all the way to the top. Both teams, the fact that we've gotten to this point is an achievement in of itself. So, got to give props to where they are well and truly deserved to both our rosters. You know, it's certainly a feat in order to take it all the way to the edge of a series.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more as well. And I really do want to touch on Monash here with their comeback and everything that's coming into it. Each individual player has had a game where they've really stood out. You know, initially, it was Doob in game number 2, and then after that as well, you had moments that were both Human and Lenny were jumping off there. I think there was a loss there before where Lenny was doing some amazing games, but unable to get the win. University of Newcastle just too strong. And then you look at Human doing so well in that last little win that Monash picked up. Not to take anything away from University of Newcastle, all of their players have been stepping up in particular ways as well. Brody with some big shots, Aptix as well, of course, getting those clutch moments. I mean, there's a lot of things happening here. Of course, Phoenix just being an absolute steel trap. This series seems to have a bit of everything.
Everything and more. What else is in store? A Monash goal. That's what's in store. And they are going to be more than happy to take that one on board. Poor Brody, you know, they tried to go for the save there, but it's just shaved away.
Yeah, they needed to position it like they choreographed too well where the ball was going to go. And you can just see immediately afterwards, yep, okay, all I need to do in this scenario here is Human is just jump in and be in the right side of the redirect. And it's one away. And it's just little plays like that Human's been doing throughout the series as well that's just been so effective. Lenny tries to get the beat onto 2, only gets 1. Ball will be deflected and pushed out.
Pushed out without a doubt, and see if they can quell the drought here. They hold back. Lenny, they need to stack it up. Human around the corner as well, but Phoenix is taking this fight straight to them. Aptix now is going to be the one to go on the attack here, but everyone just right in each other's face, not allowing much freedom to even breathe.
Lenny tries to find the mark. He's just going to miss out ever so slightly. Dude tries to slow it down. A bit of a dangerous shot there, but doesn't let Lenny take it. Dude goes to Aptix. That goes across. Phoenix now will redirect it on towards the side. It's going to bounce on through. And Brody goes for the shot, but there's going to be a big save from Human.
Save and maybe more. Let's see what else is in store. Aptix good to push up the wall there, Doob, and Cora able to clear it out though, so we'll be able to do much more with it. Brody, good demo there, Phoenix. Trying to take advantage of the calamity, but for now, there's no way through it. A close one onto the corner there. Brody's still not giving up.
Well, ball's going to go across the goal. Phoenix tries to center it through to Aptix, but again, a little bit too much pepper on the ball. At least they're going to continue to steal away the boost. Keep the pressure on. Human unable to keep control of the ball. It's going to be a big out there by Lenny. At least buy a little bit of time, a bit of respite here for Monash to get themselves some boost underneath their tanks. Are we going through? Phoenix sends it across their 3 players. Aptix holding that third down position does a good job. Keep the ball out, but Lenny might get a shot here. To the dunk, can't get it.
Can't get it this time. Maybe next time though. Primed up, straight down the center. Monash are just looking so good with it. Amazing work from them there.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Phoenix no boost. I think Brody is like, oh, Phoenix has it, and then ultimately ball just bounces. Nice little setup there for Monash, and it's not the way that you want to give away the series. You still have time to redeem yourself as an entire team on that one. Big bump as well, unable to get the finish, but little things like this where Monash is just that little bit cleaner, that has been sort of netting themselves why they've been alive in the series and why they're looking so strong here in game number 3, also game number 5.
Yeah, looking good as can be there, and maybe even better, but we'll see. What else is going to be around the corner now? So we take it slow, take it easy. For the time being, good demo on from Human there, and the squirm ahead with more as they take control. Dupe trying their best to stroll past it, but too slow there. UON take the flow back.
Brody tries to get the scoop, get the ball up, just misses it out ever so slightly. Still, maybe an opportunity here. No, Dupe gets back. Brody puts it back towards the center, and Monash will close the gates for the time being.
Close the gates and ready. Stack it up here. Minute 25, UON in desperate times now. Haven't found any sense of reprieve yet, but maybe now could be their time.
Oh, possible center in play here. Phoenix almost gets the dunk. Abjects is there for the shot, but Dude, what a read. Gets the save. Makes things hard for University of Newcastle perhaps mount a comeback, because that could have been such a good goal to get them there.
Yeah, it could have been everything they were hoping for and more. So, keen to see what else is going to be in store now. 50 seconds in a dream. Epic save there. And it's going to be another goal over the top. Monash just keep driving it further and further away.
They had the right idea. They were trying to bring all their members forward. It's at that point where you start doing 3-player commits and you sort of go, look, we have to get some goals back, and that opens it up instead. The counter-attack, too strong, too easy when you have that much of a commitment and you don't sink the goal.
Yeah, too easy, too breezy. See if they can make another one on the docket here. There is the demo to come out on top. A double commitment up around the outside. UON trying desperately for at least something on the tail end of this. Looks like they're trying for demos at the moment. Gotta love it. Taking out their power there. See if they can try and find some reprieve in maybe a goal at these final seconds.
Brody knocking it across here, but ultimately this is it. This is for all the marbles. Ball is dropping on through, unable to get that last little hit, but with 3 goals underneath their belt, Monash will be the ones to take away the series.
That they will. Up a 3-0. They take control of the show there, and it will find a triumphant victory. What a way to get it done all the way into Game 5. They look alive, and they will come out on top. So, well done, well played, honestly. I got to give props where they're well deserved.
Look, a lot of mental fortitude is needed to take it to a game number 5. So both these teams obviously putting everything out on the table, throwing it everything they possibly can, including the kitchen sink, at each other. Ultimately, Monash is the one that comes out on top. They're just a little bit more consistent towards the end, and of course managed to hold the line, and they did take it away in that game number 5. So props to them, and obviously still props to the University of Newcastle for holding in until game number 5.
Yeah, I think that they put on one hell of a show. You know, they did fantastic work, and we can take a look exactly at that as our results come up right here, right now. You can see Latrobe Uni had a pretty solid start there against Adelaide. UNSW Raw against UON, one in the same. 3 O's on the top side there, but it's 3 1s on the bottom side there, with Macquarie Scarlet taking it in 1 gold or 1 game there. Swinburne gonna be on a track with a 3 to their favor. UTS the same, taking away 3. UON Team B only taking 1. So a little bit closer that time around, but definitely are getting more competitive as we progress through these results, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. I think as competition always progresses, the teams do start to get a little bit closer. They do start to even up a little bit as time goes on. Obviously, there's still those runaways, but of course, we still have the other side of the pitch or the other side of the divisions. And Macquarie Onyx there knocking away 3-0 against Deakin. Latrobe 3-1 against UT. University of New South Wales Howe went down to University of Queensland 3-1, and Swinburne ended up beating RMIT 3-0.
Powerful results coming through from our rosters there. Really got to give them their respect, and very eager to see how they will fare in their future endeavors, as they've certainly put on some incredible plays tonight. You know, even for the teams we didn't get to see on screen, I just know they gave it their all, you know, and I always got to give respect to the players who try their best and who really commit themselves, you know, to the competition. They always do a great job.
I remember having obviously some interviews in past games to the university teams and even teams that were, you know, perhaps leaving a little bit more to be desired would come on and have their chat. They could tell they were giving everything that they got, and they said, "Look, we really wanted to win today," or "We managed to get there finally, so we're really happy with the outcome." So these teams are giving their all.
Giving it their all, just like UNSW Raw against Monash Ballers there, taking away 3-1. Deacon 3-0 against Adelaide there, confident result there. Same with UTS against RMIT, 3-0. But to close this page out, it's UQ taken away from Monash V3, 3-1 as well. So a lot of 3-1 games, a lot of 3-0 games in this one. I feel like we got one of the only 3-2s.
I honestly think that's true, right? I think it's interesting when you say that when we look at what we've got. I think, to be honest, I'm happy when I see 3-1s. It means that there was a series there. The 3-0s, obviously, there's some standouts that happen. Perhaps they were really good on the day. Perhaps they're just that much stronger of a team. And that's what happens, right? It's always part of the competition. There is those who shine a little bit brighter.
Yeah, I think that's going to be every stage of competition. Just like our next page of results here, we have UUT taking away a 3-0 from UNA there. And we're going to see another one potentially still ongoing. I believe it's live between Macquarie Onyx and the Monash Ballers there. So Macquarie on top at the moment. Find out later if they win it out or whether it could be another 5-gamer. I'd love that. But speaking of 5-gamers, we had a 5-gamer between Monash V3 and UONB. 3-2 for Monash there. Incredible work, but it's going to be a one-sided affair from UNSW Hal against Macquarie Scarlet. 3-0 in their favour. And as a result of all of these games, let's take a look at our standings right now.
Looking at the top there, UNSW Raw looking very pretty, showing us why they're out on top. We also got a chance to see what they could do there, and they obviously have some good stuff on top. UT trailing very close behind, along with Latrobe on 8 as well. Then you got Macquarie Onyx on 7, Deakin on 5, Adelaide University on 5, Monash Ballers on 4, and University of Newcastle 8 sitting on 4.
Looking good so far. And let's take a look at Division 2 right here. UTS are going to be on top there, closely followed by UQ, Swinburne, and Monash are going to be close behind as well. But following in 5th and 6th place there, we've got UNSW Hal and RMIT here. And towards the lower side of this one is Macquarie Scarlet and UONB there. But got to give props to the teams in the fact that all of them have at least secured one victory. And that's kind of my hope for every point of competition, right? Is that every team can at least get one win.
I completely agree. I think there's definitely been times in the past where one team unfortunately has missed out, and you do feel for them, but this is definitely not the case for us this time around. Everyone's at least had victory at some point, and we all know how sweet victory tastes.
So good. That's for sure. An update on that series from earlier as well. Macquarie Onyx actually did win out of their series there, 3-1. So, fantastic work to them for taking that one away. But you know what else we're going to take away? We're going to take it away with our sponsors. A big shout out to AGON by AOC, the #1 gaming monitor brand in the world. AGON by AOC provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs.
And you can also power your game with the latest HyperX gear at Officeworks. Push performance to the limit with the latest in gaming tech. From high-spec precision gear, Officeworks has got what you need.
That they do. And you know what else we got? Indomie, the noodle partner. Made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices, a plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any one of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au. Big shout out to each and every single one of our sponsors there. You know them, you love them. We appreciate their support. Speaking of support, make sure you check out AU Esports League on all of our various social medias there, whether it's X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you name it, we are on it. Make sure you check it out and keep up to date on the competition there. But for now, everybody, I want to thank you so much for your support here this evening. It's been a pleasure to bring you all the games with Mendrix, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you.